we're gonna start in on some Animal Crossing, I think. Now, Animal Crossing update, because there's been a lot since the last time I streamed. For those who missed, well, I say missed it. For those who weren't aware, I've spent the last 5 streams looking for the villager bones. And last stream I said, this is the last time I'm going to stream the villager hunt. After this, I'm just going to deal with it off stream, because I had gone through like a couple hundred tickets and, you know, 5 streams, so, you know, each stream is about 4 hours, so like 20 hours of my time looking for Bones and not finding him. So yeah, that's what happened at the end of last stream. That villager hunt session looking for Bones was actually split across 2 empty plots. There was an empty plot, and I was looking for Bones, and I ended up moving on Molly the duck. And then there was another empty plot, because I was like, okay, well, I'll move Molly on, but I'll keep looking for Bones. So then I time traveled a bit to get another empty plot. And then I kept looking even longer. Still didn't find Bones. Last time I moved Olive onto the island. I moved Olive onto the island in that place. And like I said, last stream I said, I'm not doing it on a stream anymore. I want to get back to the decorating and stuff. So since then, after that stream, I played through, because my Switch was on September 1st at that point. So at that point, I played through every single day up until that date, which would have been the 19th of September, to try and get another villager to move out. Someone did eventually ask to move out. So I started another villager hunt off stream and went through another chunk of tickets. I did not find Bones. I did find Fauna, who is a very autumnal villager. She's a deer, like a dark brown deer, very cute. So I'd moved Fauna onto the island. I then decided that I was done villager hunting, and I didn't feel like villager hunting anymore. I'd spent too long doing it. So I am manipulating the system a little bit. I'll show you my list of villagers now, because it does include Bones. Because I am manipulating the system a little bit to just get the villagers that I want using amiibo scans, because I am tired of villager hunting and I don't want to do it anymore. So yeah, I'll get to hang on. I'll catch up with chat and then I'll tell you my plan, because I have a plan. I have a plan now. Last Animal Crossing stream. I arrived. Heck yeah. We'll love to see it, Danny. Because the muscles connecting to my jaw is tight, having too much salt, hard foods will not connect to the pain. Left hand joint is hypermobile, which is why it clicks. Oh, got you. Got you. Yeah, having too much salt can be, that can be difficult for your body. I hope you're getting plenty of water, and I hope that it subsides soon. So, yeah, I have put my Animal Crossing save. Obviously, this is the same save. It's Heart Home, and it's the same one. But I've put it into an emulator. We've taken it off the Switch. I've loaded my... Well, I didn't. Jack did. I don't understand the technology. Jack put our Animal Crossing onto the thing. It's in an emulator. And the emulator lets you scan in an amiibo card. But any amiibo card from the collection... you don't need to have the card. It just has them all preloaded. So yeah, I gave up on my villager hunt because I don't understand the technology. I don't know how it works. You know? For the and also, you know, that is true for the most part, and also just for the purposes of, you know, protecting myself. I don't know how it works, but our copy of Animal Crossing is on here. In the emulator, so. Well, I'm not Danny. I would never. I don't know how. You know? I don't know the technology. So, yeah, I decided that I just wanted to continue decorating my island. I didn't want to do any more villager hunts. I'm just gonna pick some villagers and use the amiibos. So I've moved Bones onto the island. Fauna came up in the villager hunt, although I have an idea, which might involve not keeping Fauna, and I'll explain why. So as we were villager hunting, I did see a few villagers and sort of make mental notes and be like, oh, they would be good for the island. They would be good for the island. Stuff like that. And I've decided that I'm just gonna do that. I'm just gonna pick some and do it. So I'm gonna move Blair. For those who are familiar with Animal Crossing, I've picked some villagers. I'm gonna move Blair, the squirrel. I am also gonna get Pecan, the squirrel. I think I also want to get Poncho, the bear cub, and I might move Fauna off of the island because while Fauna is very cute and very autumnal, I did just have Fauna on my Cherry Blossom Island. Also, if I move Fauna off of the island, then I will have 2 of every animal species that are on my island. Because Muffy and Pippi will move away. I'll have 2 ducks, 2 dogs, 2 deer. I'll have 2 squirrels that I'm gonna move on. And then I'll have a second bear cub that I'll move on. And then that will be a nice sort of symmetry. So I might move Fauna off, even though I found her in a villager hunt. And I think she's a good fit. Just for, you know, symmetry, not symmetry, but like for evenness purposes. So that's my plan, I think. I'm gonna move Poncho the bear and Blair and Pecan the squirrels onto my island using the amiibo cards in the emulator. And that will be my list of villagers because I can't keep villager hunting. You know? So yeah. First time I've considered Hype Mobile in any way. Never thought of clicking my job. That was just what my job did. That's fair, that's fair. Oops, I'm sitting. That was an accident. Before I deleted it, I went on Sneaky Treasure Island and yeeted anyone I wanted over, because Sneaky Treasure Islands have most villagers packed. That's fair. Yeah, if I had Nintendo Online on the Switch, I would have considered doing it through a Treasure Island. But unfortunately, I don't have online on this one, so alas. A special greeting. Well, I don't have any. I'm just okay. Hi, TD. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. Was a chore dealing with the plane animation 500 times a minute, though. Yeah, that's the thing with Treasure Islands is if it's quite busy, it can be like really tedious because it has to do the whole animation every time. So I get you for sure. Gonna do some post-stream self-care, then possibly come back. Take care, Percy. Have good post-stream self-care. Recovering from strep and feeling much better as antibiotics kicked in. Oh, TD, I'm sorry to hear that you have strep. That's no good. But I'm glad to hear that you're, you know, on the mend. And yeah, I hope that you feel sort of 100%, soon. Yeah, sending good vibes. Should I do the last... Because I've been playing off stream, and so I've done... Because for an amiibo villager, you have to invite them and do the thing that they ask 3 times. So I've invited Blair and completed her request twice so far. So if I invite her again today, it will be the 3rd one that I need. So I might just do that really quickly now, and then we'll dive into some decorating. Because I've made some progress, and I'll show all the stuff that I've done off stream as well. But let me do this first. So yeah, the way that it works in this one is it literally just, hang on. It won't, I don't think it'll show it, or maybe it will. No, it doesn't. But if I pick that I want one from the Animal Crossing series, and then they just have a list of like every single one, and then I can just scan it in, and look, I did that legitly. That was a genuine one. So listen. I'm manipulating the system a little bit, but it's okay because it's my island. And I'm not affecting anyone else's gameplay. So it's fine. You know? So yeah. That's what I decided. I decided I'm just going to pick some villagers and move them on because I want to decorate and I don't want to be having to faff about with villager hunts. Because the thing is that I like to have this finished by the end of November. And I'm away next week. So, you know, it's this stream and then call it 4 streams in October, 4 or 5 streams in November. Call it 10 streams just for generosity's sake. I gotta decorate the whole island pretty much still. I've hardly done any decorating. And if I had to do like 2 villager hunts on top of that, no way. No way I'd be able to get it done. So, you know, for the purposes of, you know, conserving my spoons and also making sure that I am more likely to finish my island on time, I am doing it this way. So, welcome back, Mathis. I'm glad your headache's a little bit better. Yeah. Always pay a full year on Switch, but I pay like 2 to 3 months of the 12. It's only 20 for a year, which is generous for Nintendo. Yeah. What would be extra generous is if you just didn't. It wasn't a paid system at all, but yes. It is reasonable for, I suppose, for all the stuff. So yeah, I get you. Lurk for silly work stuff. I hope that you have a good lurk, Kazerage. Thank you for lurking. I hope your work stuff goes okay. Hi, Moon Ghost. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Realized it was because I didn't drink all over the day. Oh, well, yeah, that'd do it. Dehydration headache. That'd do it. So yeah, so for those who haven't seen, when you move an amiibo character, well, when you invite an amiibo character to the campsite, instead of the card game that a normal campsite villager will do, in order for you to ask them, they you have to invite them 3 times and do it 3 times, but they request a DIY item, so you and if you don't have the recipe, they'll give you the recipe. Yeah, so they'll like request an item, you have to craft it and give it, and then you can ask them. And then after you do that, the 3rd time, they'll be like, okay, yeah, I'll move to your island. So, yeah. I find it sneaky out Nintendo Lemon is originally free, and then they all copied Xbox, even PlayStation was free back in the day. Oof, yeah, I know. So rude. So rude. Hi, Pearfalls. Thank you for the quiet hello. Have a good lurk. So anyway, we're gonna make a palm tree lamp for Blair. I don't know what I need to craft that. Let's check. Because I do not have enough stuff in my inventory. Coconut, wood, and clay. Okay, well, I can do that real quick. I could get some coconuts real quick. And then I'll show you what I have done, because I've made a lot of progress on some custom patterns and some, like, paving and stuff. So, yeah. Now PlayStation Tier 3 PS Plus is 120 pounds? That's so much. Oh my gosh. Where are all my materials? Oh no, did I leave them like over here or something? Oh my god, there's bones! Hi, Bones! We'll love to see it. We'll love to see it. Okay. Clay. Well, no, I didn't. I moved him on using an amiibo. But he is on my island, which is the ultimate end goal, so, you know, a success in that sense. Which is only worth, if you're a trophy hunter after old games without having an older console. Oh, yeah, I get you. I get you. It was, and then they got the infamous 2011 hack, which took it out of service for almost a month. Oh my gosh. Oof. Oof. Hopefully the volume's okay. It's a normally I keep the Switch set at the same... Oh, I haven't crafted it yet. I just picked up the materials. I was like, why does it say it's coming along? It's because I picked up the materials. I didn't craft the thing. Okay. It's 3 weeks. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's not where my crafting table is. It's over here. Stand by. Stand by. Ah, oops. There we go. Okay. But yeah, not good. Oh no. No, everything's out of order. Well, it's not out of order, but the palm tree lamp was at the beginning, but now it's not. That's okay. Thank you, Bones. Thank you for clapping. Let's say hi to Olive as well. Hi, Olive. So yeah, I'm on the fence about moving Poncho onto the island and moving Fauna off. I'm not sure, because Poncho's like dark blue, and when I saw him on a Nookmouse island, I was like, oh, that would work for the island. But now I'm looking at the whole other list of villagers, and I'm like, they're all very neutral in color. Like, is Poncho gonna stick out from that? So, I don't know. I think I might leave Ponchos to last, and then I can, like, make a decision. So, we'll see. We'll see. If she played Pokemon, she would have an Arbolova. That would make sense. That would make sense. They gave us 2 games out of 5 for free. Managed to get them all because I used a Smurf account to collect the other 2. And Little Big Planet I already had, so I got all 5. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Well, now I gotta invite you to live here. Okay. If I lived here, I can unleash my own design talents. We'll move here. Okay. The good thing about doing an amiibo is that you can just pick who to move out, which is nice. So that's good. There isn't room, but that's okay. You could ask someone. Yeah. Yeah. I think you should do that. I guess we can just go in order. Or... Well... Yeah, we'll just... No, we'll get rid of... Yeah, okay, it's fine. Yeah. So I had the chat. I shared my hopes and dreams and love for this island. They agreed to my idea. Yeah. They always say, like, oh, they, you know, I spoke to them and they said they were considering moving away soon anyway. So, that's, yeah. Love how many characters are like, can I stay home? Yeah. Alright. So Blair should be moving to the island. I'm not gonna time travel forward, so. Jade Peppermint, welcome in. I like your username. Nice to meet you. Flick's here also. Do I have some bugs that I can sell? Oh, I have 2 wasps. Okay. Well, I'll go sell those 2 wasps to Flick. This is over near where I've been making some changes also. I did a lot of work on... Well, so I made some custom designs. You can see them just there, but I'll show you more, you know, I'll show you a better view in a second. But I also was doing some... oh, Chan with like a noun. Chan, your noun is hive. I was doing a little bit of layout planning and stuff like that. So I already had this bit, like, I already had the road here. But hang on. It's hard for me to focus on my thoughts. Thanks for the welcome. Of course. Of course, I hope that you're doing well. Are you a fan of Animal Crossing? So yeah, so I already had this bit kind of like planned out. But this isn't staying at like it is right now, by the way. But I made this sort of grayish brick pattern so that it would kind of match my pavement, but still sort of like be sufficiently different, if that makes sense. I made a horizontal and a vertical version of the brick. So yeah, the reason that it looks like this is that I am laying it over the top of an in-game path, because if you have a custom pattern that has at least 1 transparent tile in it, 1 transparent pixel in it, if you put it on top of an in-game path, it will clip to it, and it also, you can see it a tiny bit, but it gives it a sort of, it's not fully opaque, so you get a tiny bit of the texture of the in-game path underneath. So that's why I'm doing it like this, is that it puts a tiny bit of texture underneath it, and I've put the transparent pixels in places where it will be not too noticeable. But these ones are different paths, which is why there's these grass gaps. So I'm gonna fix that. Oh. All good. Just booting up my island. You love it. Hell yeah. I love to see it. So yeah, so I made a lot of, well, I made this whole pattern with the bricks and stuff. And I was trialing it on over the top of different in-game paths. So yeah, so that's something I worked on. I also started fleshing this bit out a little bit more. I was trialing a couple different in-game paths and how they looked next to my path, my codes. I put this little bit in here. My plan is for this to be a little like scooter parking bit for like the mopeds. So I just started fleshing that out a little bit. And then I also worked on the layout over by the houses, by some of the houses. Also, all these flowers grew in during the time I was time traveling, so I'll need to fix that, but it's fine. So yeah, I started planning this bit out a little bit more. So the plan is for there to be road here and then down here. So I'm gonna split this into 3 villager yards, but not evenly. So I'll show you what was on my plan because I've modified it from my my example. So this is my draft layout that I made in Happy Island Designer. So we're in this bottom left section. So originally I had like 1 straight road down the middle and then like 4 sections basically, but I've changed it. So the vertical, I don't know if it's vertical, but the road coming down here is now further to one side. So there's going to be like 1 villager yard that's like on the right, but it's skinnier, and then 2 on the left, which are wider but not as tall. So that's the plan. That's the plan there. Obviously, all of these houses are in the way right now, so I couldn't I couldn't put all of the roads down, but I was trying to sort of like plan as best I could to sort of plan a layout. The road is going to continue up there, but my flowers are in the way. That's fine. And then up here, I also was planning to put some other villager houses with yards. So I'm going to have a road going up this side and smaller roads go off to the left, and that's where the each sort of yard will be, essentially. That's the plan. So that bit is more similar to my draft. Yeah, so that's what I've been, that's kind of what I've done off stream. I've been planning some more layout and working on custom codes over near the museum and stuff like that. Oh, sorry, Molly. Sorry. So yeah, that's the progress. I have also been accumulating some items, but some of them are on my other Switch, and I can't trade with this one currently. I can hear a balloon. Oh, it's there. Okay. I was like, if it's nearby, I'll try and grab it real quick. There we go. Well, we've got an ad coming up. That's okay. Less than a month till Sonic Generations remake. Ooh, heck yeah, nice. Nice, nice. Oh, safety railing. What does that look like? Oh. Why does it look like a ballet bar? Oops. Okay, well that was an accident. Okay, well I don't know that I want that, but it's fine. We'll take a little break during the ad, so you won't miss anything if you get an advert. Lantern. What does that look like? Same thought. Oh, that it looked like a ballet bar. Yeah, it was interesting, but that's okay. That's all right. All right, we'll drop those there. I don't know why balloons remind me of SpongeBob stealing a balloon on Free Balloon Day. I'm not familiar with that. I'm not super familiar with many SpongeBob references. But fair enough, fair enough. So yeah, so we'll boot up our island designer. Welcome to my first campsite villager. Oh, nice. How did you get? Also, have you got like an island theme? If you wanna share. If you wanna tell us about your island, feel free. But yeah, if you get an ad, you won't miss anything because we'll take a bit of a break. So I think I want to start with the museum. I don't know that I have all the items I'm going to want to use, but I have some, and I have some ideas and some decisions to make. So we'll start there. Ed is new to my island and no theme yet. Oh, Ed was my first campsite villager actually on my main Switch. My main island. Ed was my first campsite villager. He didn't stay on my island, but he was my first. So samesies. No theme yet. That's fair enough though. That's fair. Is this your first time playing? Or have you played before and started fresh recently? Let me put this here actually so that it's not so far away. So yeah, the plan is gonna be to put, so the in-game pathing that's underneath this bit that I'm standing on is the like stone path, I think it's called. And underneath some of the other ones is like the brick or the arched stones, I think they're called. I don't know, different ones. So I'm gonna put the stone underneath this entire section. So I'll have to lift up some of it and put them back down again on top, but that's okay. And then I have a couple of bistro tables that I want to put out here. But I have them in 2 colors and I need to decide which color I want to use. So yeah, that's the plan. He accidentally steals a balloon and panics, but because he didn't realize they were free. Oh, fair enough. Also, this Switch is set, well, it's not a Switch, but it's set back a few hours, evidently. It's because I was playing, like, quite late at night, and I wanted it to be, like, I was playing at, like, 9, 10 p.m., and I wanted it to be, like, the middle of the day, because that's when the villagers are, like, more around, because I was looking for thought bubbles, because I was trying to get someone to move out. So, yeah, it's set back time-wise quite a bit, but that's okay. Evidently, because it says it's 10 a.m., which it's not. It's 2 p.m. for me. Oh, that's 4 hours actually is not that much, but I think it was further back. Well, that's okay. So yeah, that's the plan. Is we're gonna do this bit basically. Oh yeah, it is stone path. So then there's also brick path and arched tile path that I was testing out underneath it. But you can see it also slightly changes the color. So these are the same custom design, but because the path that it's on top of is darker, the custom design goes down a little bit darker as well.
Apparently I can post a message. So here you go.
So here you go. Ruku, thank you so much for resubscribing, friend. 13 months. Oh my gosh. That's a long old time. Thank you so much. How you doing, friend? Welcome in. Let me add your name to the list of people who subscribed during September so that I can add you to the September thing. But welcome in. How are you doing? Oh wait, you're already subscribed. Your name's already on the list. How'd you do that? Oh, I guess it would have been the end of... It would have been like right at the beginning of the thing. There you go. There we go. What a message. Good work on message. Yeah, welcome in, Ruka. I hope you're doing well. September started end of August. Yeah. That's true. I forgot it starts like a few days before August rolls over. So there we go. But yeah, Ruku, thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate it. And how's your day? Welcome back from the ads, also everyone. Just got a Silent Hill 2 remake trailer. Is that bad? I don't know a whole lot about... I actually don't even think I know like what genre of game Silent Hill 2 is or anything like that. But... So yeah, so with the in-game pathing, if you have... Oh, gotcha. If you have, 2 different, or not even too different, but like the in-game path at the edges doesn't take up a whole tile. So if you have it next to a different in-game path or a tile with no pathing, there will be a little gap, like with the grass. So you can see, for example, there's a gap like here, but not here. And that's because I also put the stone underneath these, even though you can't see it because the pavements take up the full design. There's no transparency in them, so they don't clip to them, but the stone is underneath it so that it doesn't make the little grass gap. So I'll need to lift up my pavement and put some stone underneath all of the rest of these. But yeah, that's okay. That's all right. So it's a bit of a process. Because I originally did it with the brick underneath it, and I was kind of happy with how it looked until I realized that it left, like, bright red squares. So... Also, I think I like the stone underneath it better, because the texture that it gives the brick is, like, a little bit more subtle. So... yeah. I gotta do all this. But then the plan is to put a few bistro tables out here as if it were like a continuation of the roost, essentially. So I'll put like a couple bistro tables out. So I've got them in black and also in dark brown. I gotta decide what color I want to use. But I think I'd like to do a custom design for the umbrella that is the same as those red banners hanging outside the museum. I feel like that would be cute. I don't know if it'll be too much though. Maybe, possibly. Like, will that be too much if they're like right in front of those? Will it be like too much red all at once? I don't know. But that was the idea I had. I haven't made the custom pattern yet, but that's the plan right now. So yeah. Okay. So we gotta do some island designing, which is a little bit tedious, but that's okay. You've put more effort into one island than I have into any game ever. Well, I like doing different, like, planning and decorating, you know? It brings me joy, so I'm happy to put time and effort into it. You know? Doo-doo. Flick, there's a cool butterfly back there. I just saw it. The Queen Alexandra's butterfly? Something like that. I don't know what's going on. So do I. Stop giving shit after 20 minutes. I mean, fair enough. Oh, there it is. There it is. Tiny Glade is out. Yes, I saw. I heard the Tiny Glade is out. Exciting times. I think it's on sale currently. It's got like a release sale. Oh, rude. It went back over there. Well, okay, fine. Yeah, exciting times. If anyone here is a fan of little sandbox game, especially like cute kind of like cottagey fairy core kind of ones. A Tiny Glade just released a couple days ago now. And like I said, it's on sale. I think it's retails for about 10 something. No, that's including the sale. It's like 10 something. I think it's like 12 something otherwise. But yeah, exciting times. Are you gonna get it? Are you thinking of picking it up? Doo-doo. So yeah, I originally had this whole thing as a horizontal brick, and then I decided that it looked too plain, like having the whole thing be one pattern. Depends how long the sale lasts. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Same for me, I think. Steam should tell you, I think. Maybe? I don't know. But yeah, I decided that I didn't like how it looked like all just one pattern across the whole thing, so I made the vertical ones as well. Originally I had them the other way around, where the horizontal was like the sides and the vertical was the path, but because the bricks on the horizontal one are smaller, it looked busier, and I didn't like it, so I swapped them. But that's okay. Ends the 3rd of October. Oh, thank you, Moosey. Excellent. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Okay, 3rd of October is not, like, too bad. Cool. That's quite a while. More than a week, right? Or about a week from now, maybe? About a week? Oh, yeah, exactly a week from today. There you go. Cool. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to lift these pavements up and put some stone underneath them as well. That's okay. You don't have to apologize. No need to apologize at all. I hope you have a good lurk. Yeah, there's nothing to apologize for. Okay, yeah, I need it on this side too. I think. Yeah. I don't know why I'm eepy. Well, I hope they are taking it easy. Hopefully. And I hope that whatever's on your plate today is very, low-key and restful. Hopefully. The only issue with this is that if I use a different path in the market, then there's still gonna be a gap, but that's... I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Alright. Now I gotta put my pavement tiles back down. I know that I had a grass one here. Doo-doo. Have random days where I'm eepy, probably one of those days where I'm wide awake by 10 p.m. That's so frustrating. Like, you spend most of the day, like, really tired, and then... Ah, no! Ah, shoot. You spend most of the day, like, really, really tired, and then by the time it's, like, coming up to bedtime, you're, full of energy. I get you. I get you. I can hear another balloon, but I'm not gonna get it. Doot, doot. Okay. Actually, I might do a... Hang on, I might do that just because the tree is there. And I don't like when the tree roots are on top of the custom designs like that. So I made a separate version of my pavement tile that has one transparent square so that I can clip it to in-game paths if I want. I don't know, is that weirder though? Because there's like a gap there. Maybe. Unsure. Like it just it like randomly goes in. That feels, I don't know. That feels worse. Do you know what I mean? Like here. Maybe if I put like a... Well, none of the like really cracked ones are... Oops. Oh wait, what if I do that actually? No, that is not. Well... Okay, it's fine. There's just a tree over the top of it. It's fine. It's okay. Okay, I need to put stone underneath these ones as well. Real tedious. And especially tedious because I already... Oops. Because I already, did it once with the brick, and then I gotta go do it again. Well, that's okay. That's alright. Oops. I started thinking about, gathering more items for my house as well. But my house in this game, I've been thinking about that a little bit. And I've got like a sort of plan for 2 of the rooms in that. It's only got 3 rooms. I'm not doing a full house, so yeah, that's I've made some progress there essentially. All right, I'm done with pathing for now. Let me grab my bistro tables. If I was ever to rebuild an island, I'd make it stupidly crystally and icy as fuck, and all the trees. We'll be putting trees to add to the quirk. That's fair. Fair enough. Hell yeah. So my plan is, I've only got 1 in my inventory, but I'm gonna have 2 of these. I think like here, or maybe I move them over 1. Not sure. Not sure, but I'm gonna have a couple of those. I don't want to block the banner, so maybe like that. And then I have 2 options for bistro table right now. And again, I'm gonna change the umbrella color, I think, but they both just got the white umbrella for now. So these are my 2 options. Let me rotate it so it's the... There we go. Now, because I'm using the black lampposts. I feel like a black table is too much. I don't know. Like, is it better to have a table that's different to the lamppost if it's gonna be like in front of it like that? Or I don't know. But then this one has a little purple plant pot, whereas this one has like a brown plant pot. And also I think like in isolation, the black, actually, I don't know. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? We could do a poll, actually. I can run a poll. Should I run a little poll? I'm doing it. What? Okay, the cable for this controller is like right in the way all the time. So annoying. Which color bistro table? Brown, black. We'll do 3 minutes. Yeah, 3 minutes is fine. Okay, there we go. All right, there's a poll running for which color table we think. Let me move out a little bit as well. So yeah, I'm not sure. Let me, in the meantime, put these two hedges back because I had to lift them up to do the pathing underneath. So I'll do that real quick. I think I'm gonna have 2 tables on each side. One sort of, 2 on the left, 2 on the right, and leave this sort of middle section clear. Is the plan. Oh my god, not 3 of them at once. Jesus. Sorry, 3 bots just came in at once. More votes for brown. Okay. I can see it. Let me, back to forward, actually. That's easier. Spam, scams, or bots? It is all 3, in fact. It is spam and a scam and a bot. There we go. Seribot, best bot. I agree. We love Seribot. We love to see it. Oh. Oh, no, that's Twitch saying thank you for submitting your report. I need to turn off emails for that, because I'm like, I don't... Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, brown's winning the poll. I get where you're coming from. I do think I like the brown on the brick better than the black. But then also, for me, the top of the black one looks like a grill. That's fair. That's fair. Welcome in, Tan. I hope you're doing well. Lovely to see you. So yeah, so both sides will have one of these black lampposts behind it as well. If that affects anyone's votes. And then there will also be red brick here. Let me move this close to the brick, actually. Is it gonna be too... Is it too similar to the brick? No, it's okay. It's far enough away. It would only be as far forward as this at the most, so that's fine. Like I said, I'm gonna put 2 either side. I'm not sure on the exact placement, but that's the plan. That's the plan. I have to order some more because in my inventory / these 2. I've currently got 2 browns and 2 blacks, so not enough to do the whole area in one color. So I'll need to order some more. And then I'll use the other color for something else, because I could recolor them, but I'll probably use the other color somewhere else, like just to have other bistro tables, but like different ones. Did Siri ban them before they even do anything? Well, so no, they're attempting to post a message, but Twitch's own auto mod feature is catching the message because it can see what it is and is like, oh no, that's probably spam. So Seribot can read it from AutoMod and ban them based on that. So they are doing the thing, it's just not reaching y'all because Twitch's AutoMod feature is catching it. Yeah. I should clean up my island. Haven't started up my game in months. That's fair, Tan. Honestly, like, I feel like a lot of people go through phases with Animal Crossing, so I definitely get you. Brown, we're all voting brown. That's fair. That's fair, that's fair. Alright. Tell you what we'll do. We'll pick this up. I'm gonna go... Look at Bone sitting under the tree. We love to see it. I'm gonna go find the other two. And order a couple... I'm going to order 2 more brown ones from the Nook Miles thing. Sarah can see auto mod, yes. Yeah. They changed it recently, actually, because because originally Saribot the message would get posted, would make it into chat, and Saribot would then just ban them based on that. But then Twitch started catching them in auto mod, and then Saribot was like, oh, people were like, Saribot's not banning them anymore, and Sari was like, yeah, it's because they're being... No, not you, Siri. Shut up. So yeah, they had to change it specifically to ban them from the auto mod message, but it does now, yes. We love to see it. We love to see it. B is for bistro table, and we want it in this one. Hi, Jacklets. Welcome in. How you doing? So look into my mom's island daily. Mostly just play 5 minutes, especially checking if Red had that darn statue she's still missing. Oh, bless, Tan. That's fair. It can be, yeah, it can be so tedious trying to complete all of Red stuff. I think I ended up getting my last, like, 2 or 3 missing art pieces from a treasure island because I was done with it. But I get you. It assumes that Saribot is a mod, of course. Yeah, Saribot does need to be a moderator in order to do most of the stuff that it does. So, otherwise I couldn't see the messages, yeah. Yeah, exactly. A lot of the stuff that Saribot does, it needs to be a moderator anyway, so. Yeah. I need to put my hair up, actually, because it's kind of warm. It's kind of toasty. Hi, Doodle. Thank you for the quiet hello. I hope you have a good lurk. It's an island, that is always the actual thing. It's a piece of art that's always the actual thing. The Hawaiian King. Oh, gotcha. Well, that's good at least. Yeah, you missed it. I gotcha. That's good at least that you, like, if it showed up and then it was the fake one, that would be, like, really frustrating. I get you. Look, I'm so toasty. No need to apologize, Tan. You're cool. Got them all for Treasure Island. Yeah, honestly, Danny, I'm valid. I'm with you there. Yeah, I got a lot of mine through the thing because I had been playing for, like, you know, I was playing and checking regularly, like, for a really long time, so I had accumulated a lot of them. But yeah, by the time I was, like, trying to actively finish up, I was like, I'm just gonna do the last ones through Treasure Island. Besides ones, who have we got on this island so far? Pippi's moving away. She's packed up her house today. She's about to leave. We should go say goodbye. Muffy is also going to be moving away soon. Otherwise, we've got Dina, Deirdre, Bo, Bones, Fauna, Olive, Molly, and Bee. But I'm considering not keeping Fauna on the island. I found her in a villager hunt. But I think I want to move... Some good choices. I think so too. I think I like the vibe. I might not keep Fauna because my plan is to move on 2 squirrels and 1 bear cub. And then if I did that and I moved Fauna off, I would have 2 of every species that was of the species on my island. They would all be in little pairs. Like, and so, otherwise I'd have like 1 bear cub and 3 deer. And, you know? So, while Fauna is a good fit for the island, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep her. Also, she was on my Cherry Blossom Island. She was on the island I just finished. So, I'm not sure. But also, the bear cub I have in mind is blue. And I've realized that all of these are very neutral in color so far. So, I'm not sure. I'll think about it. I'm thinking about it. I'm going to leave it till the end, though. So, Pippi's moving away. And Blair, the squirrel, is going to move in her place. She should be... packed on up. So let's go. Blue Jubity. How dare you? What, not keep Fauna? She was just on my Cherry Blossom Island. Technically that save still exists, so she's still on the island. She's still on my Cherry Blossom Island. Every once in a while I think about trying to stream and then I realize I don't understand a lot of it. Well, if you have any questions about, like, the tech or anything, you know, feel free to ask. If you're in the Discord... Oh, actually, do I have a section of the Discord that would... I mean, you can just post them in, like, general if I don't have a section, but do I have a section for... I thought... Oh, yeah, tech and stream help. I do have a section. There you go. So if you have any questions, feel free to post in there if you want to. If you want. Fauna is queen. Do you know, Gentlets, I agree with you. Fauna is queen. I would feel sad if there were at least 2 of every species, but Olive was the only bear cub. That would make me kind of sad for Olive, you know? That would make me kind of sad for Olive. And I've decided that the other 2 villagers I want to move are both squirrels. Screw Olive! I mean, listen, again, the other bear cub I have in mind is blue, so maybe I've gone very, like, neutral in color, you know? Trying to get rid of a complete kingdom. I mean, yeah, I don't... Because these are all very neutral in color. I am going to move Pecan on, who is, like, dark red, so not quite as neutral. But oil stretch and posture. Good idea. Thank you, Jukai. Need to get off now. Need to do stuff. Good luck, Danny. Thank you so much for hanging out. Always lovely to see you. But yeah, no worries, Jukai. I know that it can be very, like, overwhelming, and there's a lot of stuff, especially if you've been watching Twitch as a viewer, you, like, see all these different bits. Honestly, you can start with, like, a very sort of, like, low-tech setup. Oh yeah, I started doing this a little bit. This is not the bench I'm gonna use. I just wanted to remind myself that I wanted to put a bench on this little sticky outy bit, so I just put this one for now. Just as a placeholder. So yeah. That's who's on the island. I love Fauna, and I think she's cute, and I think she's really autumnal. I had this when I found her for the Cherry Blossom Island. I was like, she feels more fall than spring. And then I found her, because we finished the last villager hunt on stream, and then I was time traveling and I had started another one. I found Fauna, and I was like, well, I have to take Fauna. So... yeah, I'm undecided, but I might keep her. This is Blair, by the way, for those who are not familiar with different Animal Crossing villagers. This is one of the 2 squirrels that I'm moving onto my island. So she'll be moving here after Pippi moves away. And then the other one I'm gonna move is called Pecan. She's also a squirrel. She's like a dark reddish color. So very, very fall. I do also like Poppy, who is also a squirrel, but Poppy is on my main Animal Crossing island, and I'm trying to avoid duplicates. And I also like Sylvana the squirrel. But I decided to go with Blair and Pecan. Because I saw Blair in a villager hunt, and I wasn't super familiar with her before that. But she came up once or twice during our villager hunts, and I was like, she'd be a good fit. And I was like, let me catalog it, let me make a note and come back. And I've invited her, so there we go. Now, you need to turn her home into a witch-style home. That would be a great project. Before I got to the end of your message, I thought you were making a genuine suggestion, and I was gonna chime in with a genuine response. But yes, no, I get you. The Blair Witch Project. Hi, Olive. So yeah, I'm actually really happy with the list of villagers, and quite a few of them we got like from villager hunts with like, you know, varying levels of effort on my part, but you know, pretty good. Now I did say I was avoiding duplicates. Bo is on my main island as well, so that is a duplicate, but I'm glad to. Bo is on my main island as well, so that is a duplicate, but it's fine because Bo's really cute and very autumnal and one of my absolute faves, so it's allowed. It's allowed. So yeah, so the plan is that this is going to be a little scooter parking bay. I'm going to get a little parking sign to go here. I'm going to put a couple of these around just so that there's, you know, places to park up. If you live the other side of the island, we do love the lurkers, that's true. Thank you, Chan. If you're here and you're lurking, I appreciate you a lot. Thank you. Like if you're the other side of the island and you wanted to come see the museum, you need somewhere to park. So, well, yeah, gonna do some of those around is the plan. Right, I was gonna find the other bistro tables. I totally forgot. And then the plan, I'll get the bistro table. The plan is for this bit to, I think I want to do this as like a little market. Need to hop on, have a great, I'm surprised that you post that because of the accidental link. But thank you so much, Tan. Thank you so much for popping in and hanging out. Always lovely to see you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, rest of your week, weekend, next week. If I don't see it, well, I won't be here next week, so I probably won't speak to you. But yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for popping in. Oh yeah, bistro table. Okay, but which one's the brown one? Not that one. That one. Excellent. Okay, cool. Let's bring the other hedges, actually, because I might do... Actually, hang on. Have I got... Hang on a second. No, those are different things. I was looking for another... I do have some around. I was looking for another street lamp with banners. And then I can put the plant design on it. Where have I got that kind of stuff? Is it over here? Oh yeah, there we go. See, everything's just in... Oops, wrong way. Everything's just in piles on the floor, but, like, I do know where this stuff is. Also, I should drop the other bistro table with... I should drop the other black one over with this one so that they're in the same place. It should be just one of these, I think. Yeah. Okay. And I'll customize the street lamp with banners so that it's got the little hanging plants design. And then we can put at least one side of the museum thing kind of ready. Because, like I said, I only have 2 brown tables. But that's fine. That's cool. That's okay. What's that? Oh, toothbrush and cup. That's fine. So yeah, the plan is, I think, to do the... like a red umbrella in the, like, museum pattern for the bistro table umbrellas, but I'm not sure. I don't know if that's gonna be too much. Again, I haven't made the design. I made a plain red one, like, just so that I could start getting the colors right, but yeah, I don't know. Okay, let me move this back. And then over one, I think. Are those even? I think so, yeah. So let's kind of... Cute! Thank you! I think so too. I thought you genuinely were saying, like, hey, cute. You know? Like, hey, that's cute, but not... Oh no, I didn't think you meant that. Also, I just creak in my chair. No, I didn't think you meant hey as in to me, but you could have been saying, like, hey. Like, hey, as in, like, hey, that's cute, but saying, like, hey, cute. Like, you know, it was feasible that someone might genuinely say it that way. Okay, so what I think we want to do is put them not, like, immediately in front. Like, immediately in line with each other. Oh, okay, well, there's not even room there because of the hedges. But yeah, I don't want them to... That's probably where the front one should go. So then we're gonna need to move this one, like, back a bit and probably over some more. What do we think of that? What do we reckon? The white, again, I'm gonna change the umbrellas because the white umbrellas is with the, like, white-ish museum building. It's too much. It's making me want to visit an art gallery. Yes, Jack, let's do it. This is gonna be too close to the edge, I think. Yeah, okay, so let's kind of do it like that. It does make it harder to see these, can you put the umbrellas away? No, I wasn't sure. It does make it harder to see the hanging planters, but that's okay. That's all right. Oh, you just went. Well, go again. Go again, you know? Nothing stopping you? No, there probably are things stopping you, but... yeah, I think that kind of works. Again, the white umbrellas with the white building I don't like, so it's kind of off-putting, but... Yeah. So what do we think about the idea of doing a red umbrella? Let's, go customize this one and see. Can you change a custom design once it's on an item? And does it just update it on the item, presumably? Because if you have it on the ground and you change it, it just changes the one that's on the ground. So I assume it would do that. Staggered horizontal positions of the tables have an effect that draws your eye to the building behind. I like it. Nice. Make it a checkerboard pattern. I mean, I could do that. So these are the colors that it has by default. I could just use their own color red, but I made one that was ready for that. So does that look too similar to the wood though? Is that weird? Well, it's fine. It's fine. I should go to the localist drawing, but I haven't organized myself. The one I went to was in Sydney, and I had to fly. Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Well, hopefully I had a nice time. Okay, let's go put this one down and see how it looks. I gotta remember roughly where it was. Okay, what do we think of it with the red umbrellas? Well, it's better than the white umbrellas. What are the dots for? Had an amazing time. They had a massive exhibit of Alphonse Mucha. Is it Mucha? You're gonna hate me, but I prefer the white. Why would I hate you for that? Why would I hate you for that? We could also match it to the museum roof, but you can't really see the museum roof that well, so I don't know. I feel like the red is too similar to the wood color. But I don't like the white in front of the museum because, like, you know? Because in isolation, I like the white with the brown table, but I don't like it with the... I don't like it with the museum behind it. I can match that gold, like that gold owl at the top of the museum door, potentially. Basically the father of Art Nouveau. Oh, okay, cool. Nice. Hell yeah. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, I don't think I like the red. Now, granted, I could also just change the color of this. Maybe. If I feel like it needs to be a little bit paler and a little bit lighter to match the museum one. Maybe? Oh, cool, thank you. Thank you for sharing. How does this look? Still too similar to the wood color. What if I make it a little bit less orange, actually? I'm just gonna keep... But that's like too red, I think. Maybe not. Well, let's try this. We're just gonna keep switching it around a little bit. Okay, no, that's a little too... Well, actually, when the light hits it... Oh, I don't know. I'm trying to match it to those banners. But I still don't think I like it with the wood. I don't think I like the white either, though. I could do like a stripe, but I don't want it to look too busy. Like visually, I feel like a pattern, like a distinct pattern on the umbrella would be a little bit too eye-catching. Maybe. Okay, I'm gonna keep that. Actually, let me make it back one that way. Maybe? Well, no. But I'm gonna use a different color slot to make a different color. Should we try and do like a gold? I mean, gold is kind of hard to do as like a color, but we'll give it a go. I don't know if that's gonna look weird. We'll give it a go. Okay, well that's gonna be too much, I think. Make it darker. Or, well, let's try it. Let's try it. We'll see. Because yeah, I don't like the plain red. What do we think of that? Is it weird that the museum has a red banner? Like, is that then... I don't know. I don't mind the yellow because it's clearly, like, a distinct thing. Like, as opposed to trying to match the red to the museum banner. This is clearly, like, just its own color. Goes with the baskets. It does kind of go with the baskets. That's true. Yeah, and I think it's still... It still sort of fits the... What about gray to match the stairs? We could do gray. I worry that with the... We could try it with a gray. I worry that with the, like, whitish, grayish museum and the black lamppost, that might be, like, well, I don't know. But we'll see. But I'll leave this color. That's not a bad starting color, actually. Let me just make it a little bit less blue. Maybe? Should I make it, like, a warmer gray? No, actually, we probably want a cool gray if we're doing something like that. That's a little too blue. Alright, let's give it a go. I'm gonna have some water. Y'all make sure you're staying hydrated, please. Very important. I don't think I like it as much as the yellow. Can't wait for the island update video. In this episode, Chad and I debate on the colors of umbrellas for 4 hours. Yeah, I'm not huge on... I mean, now to be fair, I didn't get the color of those things, but... Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna... Well, I'll change it back to the yellow, certainly. And I can keep changing this design, so, you know, there's no sort of, I can change the design on the things, so we don't have to, like, do it before we do the bistro tables or anything. Like, I can go customize this one, for example. But yeah, I don't know if it's, like, too yellow. Oops, sorry, Bones. Should we make it, like, a little bit more gold? Or... Because that's, like, I was aiming for a sort of goldish color, but that's pretty just yellow. Oh, there's a squirrel outside. Rummaging around outside on the ground. It does also have these, like, default ones also, but... Oh, look, they have a yellow. Oh, it could do, like, a green. I don't know. Just chilling. Well, it's not chilling, it's doing stuff and rummaging around for food, probably, but... Okay. Muffy's doing some yoga in the plaza? Excuse me, what? Excuse you, what? What happened? Did you burp? That's too close. I don't remember where exactly this was, but here about. The polka dot option, you didn't take it? Oh, that's the Able Sisters patterns. There's loads of pattern options. But if I was gonna do a polka dot, I would want a more subtle polka dot. Than that. I also don't know how the custom patterns, transfer onto the umbrella. I guess I could test that. Well, no, I don't feel like faffing about with the custom designs too much. Should we make it like a little bit more gold? Or should we just leave it as like yellow? What do we think? Might change it a tiny bit. Subtle polka dot. What do you mean? I don't speak youth. I don't know what cooked means. Is cooked a bad thing? How do we feel about that versus the other ones? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, well, it's fine. I like this placement, though, I think. It's, yeah, like, I think it was Parafuls that said it. It draws your eye up to the things. You like it? The color? I appreciate the feedback. I'm very indecisive. Cooked, baked, high. Oh, okay, got you. Got you. I've heard people saying cooked, and I didn't think it was, like, in that context, but maybe it was, and I just didn't understand the point. Oh, is that too close to the Oh, is that too close to the... This item is wider than it appears to be, like the actual box on it. Maybe I should move it over one so I can put something there. Or I just don't put anything there. But then would it be weird if there was like a gap? I mean, there will still be a gap. There will be a gap like here, for example, but... Mentally, you stopped growing up at 14. Faked it ever since. That's fair, that's fair. Can sometimes be used in other ways, I think, but I assume Jack's explanation worked for Rico was using it. That makes sense. Please see your own youth before making any changes in language. I'm confused. Island is cute looking. Thank you so much. Should we call you Jade? I'm wary of shortening people's usernames without asking. But thank you so much for saying that. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think I like the lantern one over. Maybe? Like, I like it how it is on the left, but then I can't put an item there. If I move it over... What do we think? Does that still work? Okay, you should consult your own doctor before changing ways. Oh, God, okay. I thought that might be kind of what you were going for, but then it didn't quite click in my head. My apologies. But yeah, thank you so much, Jade Peppermint, for saying my island's cute. I appreciate it. I really like fall. I really like a cute little autumn aesthetic. So I was like, we're coming up on autumn, and I just finished an island like in June. So I was like, it's the perfect time. Oh, am I in the way of that one? Yeah, there we go. Okay. So it would kind of be like this. It does mean that this table kind of blocks like the way in, though, a little bit. Just gonna move this huge lamppost, no big deal. What creature is the big pink friend? Oh, that's Flick. This one? This is Flick. He's an NPC. Either Jade or Peppermint is okay with me. Excellent. Thank you for letting me know. This is Flick. He is a visiting NPC. Oil Hydra. Thank you, Jakai. He really, really, really likes bugs. And there's also a visiting NPC who is into fishing and stuff. So when Flick is on your island, he will buy any bugs that you're selling, and he'll pay more than the Nook's Cranny. So you can sell your bugs for more money. You can also commission him to make little statues of bugs. If you have 5 of a certain bug, you can give them to Flick, and he will turn them into a statue for you. So he's not meant to be any specific creature. Oh, I'm not exactly sure. Some sort of, like, lizard, some sort of... I was gonna say dragon. I mean, like a, you know, obviously not really a fantasy dragon, like a bearded dragon type dragon. Like, he's more what I meant. Or maybe, I don't think he's meant to be a chameleon, but he's some sort of lizard. Is what he's meant to be. I'm gonna look it up, actually. Oh no, he is a chameleon. I take it back. He's a chameleon, apparently. I always picture chameleons as chunkier, but actually they're not always chunky. You know? My default image of a chameleon in my head is a chunky chameleon, but they're not always chunky. You know? You know what I mean? I'm meaning chunky as a term of endearment, by the way. Does he make the statues by crushing the bugs and using them as paper mache glue? Flick, like, the way... I'll go speak to Flick, and you can see the way that he talks about bugs, and you will see that no, that is not the case. Larva, pupa, adulthood, final transcendence, they become more exalted with every metamorphosis. Happy to buy any bug of to buy any kind of bug you catch. You want to commission some art? Just let me know. Maybe another time. There you go. There you go. You didn't know they were chameleon because they were camouflaged. That's probably it. So yeah, there you go. There you go. That's Flick. Oh my god, Bones has the zoomies. We love to see it. Love that for you. Adorable. So yeah, this table it does kind of block this as like a sort of entrance, but you can like kind of squeeze in. I don't think I can push it that way. Oh no, I can push it one that way. What do we think of that? it makes this a more viable, like, entrance, as it were. What do we think of this? Gotta get ready for a work meeting. See you later. I hope your meeting goes okay, Harold. Thank you for being here. Thank you for lurking as well. Yeah, I hope that your meeting goes okay. Nothing too taxing, I hope. Okay, what do we think? And now, obviously, you know, picture bistro tables mirroring that on the other side. But what do you reckon? Because then there's a kind of cut through here, and obviously you can get through this way. Little entrance, little walk up to the museum. You like it? I think I like it too. I still might change the umbrella color, but that's a task for another day. I'm not gonna faff about with that right now. I don't think I like this brick here, but I don't know what I want to put there instead. I guess I could just put more of my own pattern. Potentially. Is that gonna be too much though? Maybe? Can we convince some sparrows to live there? Corporal Kai, thank you for the quiet goodbye. Thank you for hanging out. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Some sparrows to live, what, at the tables? What do you mean? I'm confused. I feel like that was a reference to something. But I don't know what. Yeah, do we want to put... Cafes always have sparrows. Oh, like outside the... Got you. Got you. I wish. It's interesting, actually, because... So, obviously, you know, and the villagers are animals. But there are also animals... Let me go to the plaza, actually, because I'll show you what I mean. Because there are little birds in Animal Crossing. There's both owls and little... Oh, no, they're not there. Okay, well, they're sometimes there. Maybe if I go inside a building and then come back out, they'll have, like, respawned. And fish, yeah, fish, frogs. You can fish up some frogs and turtles as well. And obviously there's bugs. I like the outdoor cafe idea. I think an outdoor cafe is like so cute. So the idea with that one is that it's like an extension of the roost. For those who aren't familiar with Animal Crossing or maybe haven't played since the update or whatever, they added a cafe that you can get in the museum, which is called the Roost. It's run by the NPC called Brewster. So the idea with those tables is that it's like an extension of that, or also because the market's going to be there. I guess if you bought something at the market, you could maybe also sit there and eat. But yeah, I love a little outdoor cafe idea as well. I think it's very cute. All right, I was just coming in here to see if it would respawn the birds. It might not, but you know. But yeah, occasionally in the plaza you can see little, like, non-villager birds, like wild animal birds, like, hanging out. So it is a thing, but unfortunately I am not... Oh no, they're just not there. Maybe they're just not there certain times of day. Maybe they're just not there certain times of day, or certain weathers, or I don't know. But sometimes you see them hanging out in here. They'll fly away if you walk too close, but yeah. So that's this bit. I think, other than the two tables that I just ordered, I think this bit's, like, done, because I'm not gonna, like, put loads of other stuff here. Like, I could put, like, hey, Manders, welcome in. Like, obviously I could put, like, a museum sign or, like, other seating or something, but I don't want to, like, make it too busy. Also, the bistro table has quite a wide, like, hitbox, as it were. Like, in terms of the, like, that, like, you can see how far it is from the hedge, but that is, like, too close because of the size of it. So. They're only there when you have an unread message on your board. Is that what it is? Oh my gosh, I had no idea. I had no idea that that's what it correlated to. That's so funny. That's so interesting. Thank you so much for letting me know. I've never heard that before. That's so interesting. But yeah, thank you for letting me know. And I hope you're doing well. Welcome in. I'm hoping once winter comes I can get a few days, because I'm a winter girl. Ooh, nice. Nice. I really like, and I've talked about this before, like, it is a beef that I have. I really like Animal Crossing in the winter, like the snow on the trees and the snow on the fences and stuff, but I don't like how the snow is not on the items. Like, it's not on any other placed items, it's only on trees and fences and, you know, and hedges and stuff like that. So if you place other items outside, they just, like, don't have snow on them, but everything else is, like, covered. It's, you know, and there's like a thick layer of snow like on top of the buildings and stuff. It just, you know, that always upsets me because I'd love to do like a snowy island, but I would have to, for me personally at least, I would have to just like not place items outside for the most part because it would bug me that they didn't have snow on them. So yeah, but winter is like a really cute time, and like so many good ideas for builds and stuff. Yes, I think it's such a cute concept with the birds. Yeah, I do as well. I had no idea that that's what it was. It's because I never read the messages on my billboard, so that's just my default setting, so I just thought that that's just how it is. Oopie. Once again, I'm gonna have to put these under my pavement stones again, but it's fine. It's fine. Do. Okay, we'll just do little sections at a time, I think. Also, I've been meaning to make another path, another pavement design that has like some fallen leaves on it, I think. Like, or one or two variations with like leaves on them, I think. Because I've made some road ones that do. You can see a couple of them, like here, for example. I've made some road ones that do, but I think it would make sense if there were pavement ones as well. So I'm gonna make that, and then I'll have to go back and add them into sections of pavements that I've done already. I wish you could layer custom designs. That would be good. Like if you had a like full tile one that you put down, and then you also had like if I had one that was just the little leaf and I could just put it on top of my existing ones, that would be good. I get why they don't have that as a thing, but it would be cool if you could. But alas. So yeah, I'm gonna make a couple, one or two that have leaves on them, I think. But I just haven't yet. Making the custom designs is tedious, and I have a lot of different ones to make, so I've just been sort of slowly chipping away at them as and when I find motivation, essentially. So yeah. Oh yeah, you can see it's in my design list, but I'll show you because it's this one. Yeah, I also tried making a little like kind of cobblestone one. I don't love how it turned out, so I might edit it in case I do end up using it for something. But I was trialing this as well to go over by the museum. But excuse me, sorry. Have a good lurk, Jakai. Thank you for being here. It's funny, I love this game. Yeah, this was my first ever time playing Animal Crossing. Oh, as in this was the first Animal Crossing game that you ever played, you mean? I get you, I think. This was my first ever Animal Crossing game as well. If that is what you mean. Yeah, this was the first. Well, I played Pocket Camp. Oh, we've got an ad coming up. Don't worry. We'll take a little BRB, so you won't miss anything. During that time, if you get some ads. But yeah, I'm glad to be a part of the Animal Crossing fandom now. Hey Mai, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Lovely to see you. Happy Thursday. Oh, it's Taskmaster Day. I remembered last night and then I forgot again. Oh, got you. Okay. Yeah, well, same then. This was my first one as well. So yeah, very exciting. All right, the ad's about to start. So yeah, so I'll take a quick BRB while the ad's going, so you won't miss anything. I'm out tonight, so I'll miss Taskmaster again. Well, I hope that you have fun with your outing. You can always catch up another time. But I get you, I get you. Yeah, I hope that I don't forget again. I've been not remembering until like gone 9. Oh no! Ugh. I've been not remembering till like a gone 9 o'clock, but that's okay. I remembered last time at like a couple minutes past, so I was able to catch up, thankfully, but there we go. All right, the ad's about to start, so like I said, I'm gonna take a quick BRB. This is a good opportunity for y'all to grab a break as well if you need one. Whatever self-care you gotta be doing, fill your waters, grab a snack, all that good stuff. I'm gonna grab some more juice, I think, and probably refill my water as well because it's running low. And then we will continue with the decorating afterwards. Sounds good. Cool. BRB. Hello. I'm back. I was just finishing up. How is Ambrose? Good question. I don't know. Well, I would hope. Also, I was only gonna grab a little bit of juice, but then as I was pouring, there was only this much left. Yeah, I poured a smaller amount, and then there was only a tiny bit left in the bottles. So I was like, well, okay, I'll just finish it. Ooh. Cool. All right, we've made some progress. I still got more that I gotta replace with some stone, but that's okay. So yeah, I've been avoiding using some of the in-game pathing, like this stone one and the arched tile path as well, because I don't. They're too cool in color compared to like the paths that I've got going on. So I haven't really wanted to use them, which really only leaves me with like the in-game terracotta or the brick. Neither of which I liked the colors compared to like what I had going on. The brick they have is like too uniform in color and also too similar to my like road color. And the terracotta is too like pale. I'll show you the terracotta. Because the terracotta is good like in terms of the shapes because it's like nice and irregular, but it's like it's too pale, you know? It's too pale. So yeah, I've had to kind of make my own ones. Excuse me, sorry. Because I don't particularly like any of those. So pale, exactly. Like if it was like a, you know, a bit darker, a bit more vibrant, I think it would be good. Because I like that it's not like regular shapes, because I've got a lot of brick going on in my ones. So would have been good, but alas. So yeah, I don't know what to do for this bit, because is it weird if I do more of this same pattern? Like, is that gonna be too much of the same thing going on? Well, let me at least do the horizontal one so it's different, but then if I do the horizontal next to the brick road, are they too similar? Do you know what I mean? Like obviously they're completely different colors, but like visually the pattern, is it like too, I don't know. Let me do like a chunk of them here. At least I've got the horizontal and the vertical, so I can like switch it up a little bit. It's not like the whole section will be just the one. I can at least like, you know, switch between them, but I don't know. What do we think of that? Like, now granted, there are going to be items on top of these. Like I said, the plan is to sort of do a market. I don't know exactly the layout, because I've got some road going here, so it depends kind of where I end this road. But yeah, this is the plan essentially. I guess we'll just kind of, I guess we'll just put this down for now. Did you put this down first because you're committed to realistic road building? What do you mean realistic road building? Oh, like as in like how you would do it in the real world, like physically? No. I put the stone down first because, oh, gotcha. No, the reason that I'm doing that is, I don't know if you can kind of see it here. And actually I'll put a different, oh, I know, I don't have my other one for comparison, never mind. But the reason that I'm doing this is, when you have so the stone is one of the in-game paths. When I say the in-game pathing, I'm talking about these ones in this menu that you can get to put on your island. When you have the in-game pathing and you put it down, and then you put a custom design down over the top of it, if the custom design has at least one transparent pixel in it, which mine bricks do, then they will clip to the in-game pathing and they go slightly transparent. So I don't know if you can kind of see it, but can you see the sort of lines from the stone underneath the bricks? Whereas these bricks do not have that. Like, can you see the sort of like diagonal lines? That's from the stone underneath it. That's the in-game path. The in-game stone path is doing that because I've made mine like clip to it. So that's why I was putting the stone down first. It is cool, I agree. And it means that you can, well, so it's a good way of adding like, I hadn't thought about this before I did it here, but it's a good way of adding texture to an otherwise very flat custom designs. I might have to do that on the roads actually, because they are a bit flat. I might have to do it on the roads as well, which would be a little bit, it would be very tedious. But it does look like more texturally interesting. But also it will clip to them so you can kind of see that instead of being let me do one that is, here, I'll do this one next to it for an example. So the red brick does not have a transparent pixel, so it's just a whole square, whereas the in-game pathing and therefore the custom designs that are clipping to the in-game pathing follow this other edge, which is like a little bit like bumpier and offset a bit as well. So yeah, you can also do it for that if you want yours to follow the shapes of the paths. So you can do it that way as well. But yeah, I'm doing it for texture purposes for the most part. Because otherwise, if I just put this same pattern down over just the grass, it's just like a square, like a flat, oh, I can kind of put it here actually. So one, there's a gap there now because I'm using the pathing. But yeah, you can kind of see the difference. This one's obviously flatter. So yeah, that's why I'm doing that. I kind of made that a little more long-winded than it needed to be, I think, but yeah, that's what's going on. Do I want to do, I'm just wondering if I want to switch to like vertical bricks to give it like some variation. Maybe I make this bit vertical, but I have one that's half vertical, well, not half, but part vertical, part horizontal. So it would be this one to kind of like half this bit off, maybe. Now, a lot of these trees are probably not going to stay here. There's quite a few trees in this section that are, I think, going to go so that they're not in the way, basically. Because this is not going to be a very natural section, so having this many trees here, I don't think makes sense. I think that kind of works. Maybe my only issue is this little row of bricks along the side there, but that's probably okay. That's probably all right. Let me have some more juice. Gotta blame it on the juice. I don't know the lyrics. It ain't my fault that I'm out here getting loose. Gotta blame it on my juice, I think. Something like that. Olive's been working out for a while. Love that for you, girl. Make sure you're taking breaks, though. Make sure you're taking breaks. Yeah, because now this obviously is only a small section. I worry that if the whole thing is this pattern, that's kind of a lot. That's kind of a lot. Again, I can make it, I can break it up with the vertical versus horizontal, but I don't know. Breakdown! Welcome in. Underrated combination of food is pad thai and 3 a.m. Nothing beats a long night ending with a bowl of pad thai. That does sound like it would be a really good like late night fix. I mean, good anytime, but you know, in terms of foods to have at 3 a.m., I feel like yeah, pad thai, very satisfying. Hell yeah. But now you want some pad thai. Well, hopefully you can get some. Hopefully you can get some soon. I hope you're doing well. It's lovely to see you. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. I was good on the days, most of the stream, like confidently saying Thursday. That was my first obstacle, as it were. But yeah, I hope you're doing well, Breaksy. It's good to see you. I am paving this section and trying to decide if it's going to be too much if I just do... I don't know, because I could break it up with like sections of the square pavements, but then is it weird to put because the idea is that I'll provide some context. So the red brick is like road in my mind. There was a really emotionally tough time in my life that I only look back fondly on because I ordered a lot of pad thai due to lack of sleep. Crazy how memories work. I mean, I'm glad that the pad thai sort of altered your experience of that time, I guess, so that it doesn't like bring you down as much, I suppose. But yeah, it is wild how memories work sometimes, for sure. I get you. How are you, Breaksy? I'm doing okay. I had a lot of stresses in the last couple days, with mostly car stuff. I am due. Oh, I was gonna call the mechanic while we were on break, and then I forgot while I was getting my juice. That's okay. Yeah, I've had a lot of car stress. I've got quite a few repairs that my car needs, but also it's at the point where it's not really worth investing a whole lot of more money into this car because of how old it is. So that's all kind of stressful. Also, I'm going away on Saturday and I need my car to be fixed before then. So yeah, and I'm waiting on the garage to call me back and confirm stuff for tomorrow's appointment. So yeah. You and me both, sister. My car is also stressing me out. Oh no, Breaksy, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, we were saying earlier, like, you know, owning a car can be like such a faff and also so expensive. I hope whatever repairs you need, you can get them done quickly and easily and for not too much money. What kind of repairs do I need? Well, so the full list is quite long. There are a lot of things that are wrong and should be repaired, but in terms of the like immediate fixes that need to be done, the rear section of my exhaust is missing. So it sounds like a very low and loud vehicle rumble, which does not match the car. It's very like it's me doing an impression of my car. So that's missing. Also, one of my brakes. Did someone steal it? I think it either like corroded away or the thing that connects the two sections corroded away and then it fell off or something. I don't know, but it's yeah. So they said that it's not like damaging in any way. It's just loud. So that one is just an auditory one, but I did know going into the garage that was one of the issues. Because Jack's dad had pointed that out, that it didn't sound right. And yeah, so had a hole in my muffler in my Hyundai Excel. It was so loud. Yeah. Well, so imagine no muffler and the sound, oh my gosh. But yeah, so that's one of the things. The other thing is that one of my brakes is not releasing properly, so it's constantly engaged and like grinding down. So they suspect that they'll need to get a cap. I don't know a whole lot about cars, but they said they probably need to get a caliper in for that. And then they'll also need to replace the brake disc and brake pad because that's been like constantly wearing down. Cause yeah, at one point I did an emergency stop and then not long after I parked up and the heat coming out of the brake on the one side, it was like so hot and we were like, this is not normal. So yeah, that's what, among other things. Oh, I've just got an email. Oh, that's just a vehicle health check. No, I know that, but I'm supposed to have an appointment. Well, let me see what it says. But yeah, so those are the two things that we knew ahead of time were wrong with the car, and those are the two things that I'm actually gonna get fixed because they found a lot of other errors as well, but the total cost of all the repairs was like a couple thousand. And that vehicle is not worth even 1,000, like, you know, so yeah. Okay, well, that's so unhelpful. I got an email, but it literally just says, oh, we've completed a vehicle health check on your vehicle. Like, here's a video of the health check if you have any questions regarding. And I'm like, I know, but we're supposed to have an appointment. Okay, well, it's fine. I gave a deadline of 4. I said I'd call them at 4 if I hadn't heard from them, so I'm still gonna do that. Do you need to go make a call? Well, I said I would call at 4. So I'll give them till then, I think. Let me finish catching up with chat. Jay's on a villager hunt. Do you know who you're looking for? Are you looking for someone specific, or are you just looking for whoever, and you'll assess the vibes as you come across them? Break discs are super important to change then. Yeah, they were like, of all the things, like, this is the only one that's like actively like dangerous. So yeah. Haley car dealer stream win. You also might want to check your e-brake too, just in case it causes stress on the brakes. What's an e-brake? I don't know what an e-brake is. 18-year-old would love a broken exhaust. I had a hole in my 1988 Toyota Corolla. I begged people to not change it because I thought it was so cool. That's fair. Because it makes it sound, yeah, because this is the, like, we at one point drove up to Jack's parents' house for something, and when Jack's dad came out, he was like, I didn't realize that was your car, that was you arriving, because it just sounded like a completely different vehicle. So, emergency brake. Oh, got you. I never heard it referred to as e-brake, my bad. In my head, something always means like or not always, but like a lot of the time just means electronics. So I was like, what do you mean electronic brake? And I was expecting you to say electronic brake. And then I was gonna say, I don't think my car has that, but no, you mean emergency brake. My car does have that. Yeah, so they did like a full check, like, and given the number of things that they found wrong, I'm confident that they checked like everything in the vehicle. So yeah, because they did give me like quite a long list of things. But yeah, those are the two, like, main things, essentially. Looking for Pinky and Lucky. Oh, okay, nice. Good luck. Good luck. I hope you're able to find one or both of them, soon. Heck yeah. Actually, maybe I should just make the call now, like, while I'm thinking about it. It's what we call emergency brakes here. I don't know most of car terms in English because mechanics here usually speaking regional language. So that makes sense. That's fair. Honestly, I don't know many car terms in general. So, you know, even if it was it might be what people say here as well. I'm just not super familiar with them. So, yeah, okay. I take it back. I know we just had BRB, but I am actually going to make the call now just so just while I'm thinking about it. So yeah, my apologies. I mean, I'm not, you know, obviously, like, you gotta do what you gotta do, and sometimes unforeseen things come up. Like, it's not really, like, my, you know, I'm not, like, apologizing as if it's, like, my fault as such, but, you know. Thank you for all hanging out while I took a step away to make my call. We really would have gone 100 levels. I believe it, Breaksy, you know? I believe it. Okay. Now. Oh. No, that's fine. Just reaching over to my phone, but I realized I should maybe keep it somewhere I can kind of see it, like, just in case. Let's put it there. There we go. Okay, so. I'm gonna completely change tack and go a different section to do a different thing. Because I want to test something out. I'm not getting that balloon. So, because I have a plan. Wait, no. Maybe. I maybe have a plan. Because I was gonna maybe test. Is it cunning? I don't think it's particularly cunning, to be honest. No. Oh no, it wouldn't work here. Well, I have to vocalize the thought so that y'all know what I'm talking about. My plan was, I was going to Because remember I said the texture underneath the bricks looks nice, and maybe I should do that for my road? I was gonna go, because I need to go put road up here anyway, I was gonna test doing that. But to make it clip to it, I would need to add a little transparent pixel, which I could do. You probably wouldn't show up too much on the other ones, one little transparent square. So I probably could do that. But then the issue that I just came across is that the dirt path does not go here because of the stairs. And so then there'd be a little gap there, and that would make me sad. So I'm actually not gonna do that. Let me go look at my other stairs and see if I put what I did path-wise. No. Well, I could change it to be up one. Also, let me read the messages in chat. One other card problem I had today might garner sympathy or empathy depending on if you've been in this situation. I mean, if you want to share it, feel free. Feel free. Do we think that the path should be level with the top of the stairs, or like the pavement, or should it be one? Hey, Jelani, welcome in. Or is it Jelani? Please correct me. I'm sure that I've asked before, but welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Should the pavement squares be one? Are you gonna try out Echoes of Wisdom? I said it right the first time. Excellent. Thank you for letting me know. Personally, no. I don't think so. I've not really played any of the other, Legend of Zelda games. That's the Legend of Zelda, right? I'm not mixing the games up. Now I have to confirm that. Yeah, Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have any particular draw to play it, because I haven't really played any of the other Legends of Zelda games. Also, the pricing of Nintendo games is kind of a lot, so I can't really justify it for a franchise that I'm not particularly interested in. Like, I can justify Nintendo pricing for, like, a Pokemon game, because I love Pokemon, but for something else, a different, like, Legend of Zelda that I haven't really played, I can't really justify it, so I won't be personally, but that doesn't mean that I'm not excited for everyone else who's going to be checking it out, and, you know, the people who are big fans of the Zelda franchise and are excited to be getting a new one. So yeah, I personally won't be playing it, but I'm excited for everyone else who is going to be playing it. So yeah, are you going to be playing it? Are you a Legend of Zelda fan? I ran out of petrol in my car. Oh no, luckily a petrol station was nearby, so I pushed my car 500 meters to get it there. Oh my gosh, Breaksy, that's so rough. Dang. At least in the grand scheme of things, 500 meters is not, like, too bad? You know? Like, I'm trying to picture, like, running 500 meters in track. Like, obviously it's not short, but, like, it's certainly much shorter than it could have been. It could have been a kilometer, that's true. You are, heck yeah. Is it out now? Is it out soon? Is it out yet? I don't even know. But I hope that if it's out now, excellent. Okay, I hope you're enjoying it then. Hell yeah. How are you finding it? This is the one that it's the first one that you can play as Zelda, right? I think I remember people saying that in the thing. Just started it. Oh, nice. Well, I hope you enjoy it. It was close by. Some people came out to help me. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Something about seeing a young man helping himself makes people want to help them. Oh, nice. I get you. Echoes of Wisdom is already out. Apparently so. I don't know. I'm not plugged into all that kind of stuff because I'm not a Legend of Zelda person. But apparently so. Are you gonna play it, Breaksy? So yeah, okay. What do y'all think of, should the pavement squares be in line with the top of the stairs like I've done them here, or should they instead be out here, like this is where they should start? Live in a Zelda household. My brother, my sister, and I are gonna play it. Oh, hell yeah, nice. I hope y'all enjoy it. I love that. Yeah, what do we think? Obviously, I would have to move all of my stuff. I've started planning out where all of these things are gonna go, so I'd have to shift them all, but cover the gap, I think? Cover the gap. Oh, so like, the top row, you mean? This top row, as opposed to here? I would get rid of these ones. I would just have them here, and I would shift everything. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning that way too, because otherwise, yeah, there is that, like... Yeah, it's kind of frustrating because I have to move everything I've done, but I think that is better. That was actually not what I was trying to do. You agree as well? Yeah, I think so too. Actually, I maybe have one paver either side of the stairs. Okay. I kind of get you. Okay, yeah, let's try that. Now, okay, the reason I was coming up here is that I wanted to test putting a, texture underneath the brick, but I would need to put a transparent tile into my brick in order to test it. So do I want to just duplicate it and have one that doesn't have a transparent tile? I have a few spare things, but I might not always have a spare one, so let me just change, because I might want to use them to make other things. So, oh wait, why did I do that? Where should we put it though, where it would be kind of inconspicuous? Like here, maybe? I mean, that doesn't look very inconspicuous, but okay, let's try it. Now, I'd have to do it with all of the edge pieces as well, but I'm just gonna do it with the central one to test. So let me display that like over. Now the dirt is not very textured, so realistically we might need to do it with not dirt. Yeah, because there's not a whole lot of texture there. But I don't know what we would do. Would we do stone again? Maybe. Maybe. But this is what I wanted to test. Got a dash, thanks for stream. Big fan as always. I'm a big fan of you, Breaksy. Thank you so much for popping in and hanging out. Lovely to see you as always. Good luck with your car trouble. One day I will annoy so much you become a Zelda fan. Breaksy, good luck with your car trouble as well. Thank you so much for hanging out. Have a good weekend. Have a good week next week. I won't be, I'm off next week, so I'll see you at some point after that probably. But yeah, you take care and thank you so much for hanging out. Okay, yeah, so let's well, we'd have to put them under here, so, okay. This is what I want to test, because if I'm going to put path underneath my path, I'd like to know ahead of time before I pave this whole bit, so that there's less that I have to redo. You know, like if I'm gonna do it, I want to know as soon as possible so that I can do most of it from the get-go. Okay, now let's test it. Is this a little more textured? It's a little more textured. Now the other options are, I'll show you what it, do you know what I realized? I could just do like a big square here. I'll just do a big square. Because this is the in-game brick, which is a little too monotonous for me to be, I'm not gonna use it, I don't think, even though it matches like the theming and the colors of my island. Oops. It matches the theming and the colors, but it is too samey in terms of the color, so I'm not using it. But hypothetically, if I put my path over top of it, the problem is that they have vertical and horizontal bricks, so the bits, it looks kind of a lot over, like, underneath mine. So yeah, that's what the bricks looks like underneath my bricks. It's kind of a lot, I think. What if we test the wood? What if we test the wooden path? Because that only has horizontal lines, which works better with mine. Let's test. Hang on. We're doing some experiments over here. Also, I planned out those little palm tree patterns. I was planning out where I'm gonna put the little roads in and stuff like that, and now I have to shift them one. I have to shift all of them up by one if I am changing the initial one, but that's okay. That's alright. At least I haven't made them yet. Alright, so this is with the wood. So let's test. Nightbot with all the messages there. Good reminder to take care of yourselves, though. Let me have some more juice. Okay, now. What do we think Because the thing with the thing with any path that is regular, like, rectangles, either the wood one where they're all horizontal slats or the bricks, is that they sometimes kind of line up, like this row, for example, that just, like, has a line through it, like, and that doesn't look right. Whereas this one, because the stone is, like, kind of funky, it just makes each individual brick look like it's got a bit of a funky wave on it, essentially, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? So even though the little gray patch there is, like, a little bit more visible, I don't know. What do we think versus just the one with no transparency? Let me, well, let me change it to have no transparency so you can see, what it looks like when it's its default form. Yeah, so this is what it looks like normally. So it's quite flat. Now I do have a shadow ones that go at the edges, but it's fine. I was just testing it. I think I kind of prefer it with the texture, which is unfortunate because it means I have to change all of the roads I've already done, which is a lot. So I gotta change. I've done the roads. All of this will need to be redone, unless I just don't, and I only do it for some of it. But yeah, it's a lot. So, but I do think it's better. Because like I said, it's a little bit more texture, which is visually, it's a little more interesting than the flat, because I find the custom designs can look quite flat otherwise. So is that the best spot to do? Actually, maybe we should do, hang on. Because if it's going over top of the gray, I should put it somewhere that is a little bit more gray, which is this bit. I kind of put it there. Maybe. Or maybe on this one. This is darker. Maybe. Just because where it is transparent, there is like a tiny gray spot. So I was just trying to make it a little bit less. Hi, Quincy. Have a good lurk. I hope you're doing well. Welcome in. I mean, you can like still kind of see it, but is that better or worse? I can't really tell. I can't really tell, to be honest. Yeah, okay. Alright. Oh, I think better. Yeah, I think so too. I think it's a little bit less noticeable. Now I gotta shift everything up one. Okay. Let me start here. Oh. We've got an ad coming up, by the way. Oh, there it is. Okay. So we'll take a little BRB while the ad is going. Well, I'll just stay here, but you won't miss anything if you get an ad. Oh wait, no, this is coming up. That was the whole point. There we go. So this is gonna be, let me just do this row just at the top of the stairs. And then one either side was suggested as well. Okay. Yeah, that does look better. Having the one either side like that. Okay. Cool. Cool. Sorry, the ad's going. I'll take a little break. Oh, hi, Julie. Hi, baby. How you doing? How you doing, Mr. Man? I'm just streaming right now. Hi. How you doing? You okay? Oh, you want to... Oh, I see. I see. Jacklet says hi. Well, go get yourself a toy or something. Hang on. Go Go get yourself a toy or something, because I'm busy right now, okay? Ow. I'm busy right now. Yeah, there you go. No, I'm staying in here. Do 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 do. Do do. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to change all this bit. Yeah. Is that you jamming to the music? It's good. This is, well, it's the hourly theme for 12 o'clock in sunny weather. I use this in some of my video background music. This is one of the ones that I've got downloaded. The sunny weather, 12 p.m. music. It's good. Good little jam. Bumpin' tunes. What's everyone up to for the rest of the day? Oh, I can close words on stream. There we go. What have you all got planned for the rest of the day? Anything exciting? Do 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 do. Sorry, just checking stuff while the ad's going. Oh. Do, 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 do. Let me get the... I'll go do the palm tree first. Alright, ads should be done for everybody. Welcome back from the ads. Thank you for sticking through the ads. I appreciate that. It helps me out. Obviously, I get a little bit of ad revenue. It also helps out new people coming into the stream so that they don't get hit with pre-roll ads. So, thank you. So yeah, I put these little sections where I'm gonna have a little bit of road. A 2-tile wide road and then a sidewalk on either side, I think. Meeting is over. Hello again. Welcome back, Harold. I hope you're doing well. I hope your meeting went okay. And that you're getting some good post-meeting chill times. Hey, Bosch, welcome in. Seeing people build their islands is wild to me. In what sense? But that's fair enough. Yeah, I was testing all this out. Okay, but we should get rid of this one because otherwise I'll get confused. It's just like so much work. Yeah, it is a lot of work. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff for sure. So I get you. I hope you're doing well. Went over to our friends for coffee. She had gathered all her pot plants together outside so we could sit amongst them. Then we lay in the sun on her lawn and played with her dog. That sounds lovely, Jacklets. I love that for you. Hell yeah. Sorry, I just got a notification about the Epic Games. The Spirit and the Mouse is available free on Epic Games. There you go. But hell yeah, Jacklets. That sounds really lovely. Nice. Yeah, I suppose the question is what were you up to today? So you're at the end of your day. I love that though. Heck yeah. Doing pretty good. I'm glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Meeting was okay. Teams acted up, so I had to reboot afterwards. Shoot. Well, hopefully you didn't miss anything, you know, too important or anything like that. Silly teams. I don't know how far along I want these little roads to go, because the idea, let me put my example one up again. Here it is. In my plan, I just kind of did them across, but I don't know that I want them to go all the way across, like all the way to the cliff edge. So I think what I might do is kind of have them as like little driveways essentially. So like put them in like just a little bit, and then use like hedges and stuff to do the boundaries of the properties. Actually, I just remembered something that I thought. I had a thought and then I'd forgotten it, but I remember again. Are you what I'm looking for? No. I just had a thought. I was gonna use the fence, but the generic, the like picket fence that you get given, like when you unlock fencing. Tom Nook gives you like a bunch of regular fence. Oh yeah, there it is. Simple wooden fencing. I was gonna use that to mark out the properties. And then I'll go back in with like, you know, different hedges and other fences and stuff like that. But I was gonna maybe kind of do that. So yeah. Let's do that. Oops, no. Again, I'm not sure how far in I'm gonna want those, so I'll just kind of do that far for now. I don't know. I don't know. I think the rest of my day is gonna be packing. Yeah, packing for, Oh no, did I not put stone under there before I changed it? Oops. Yeah, packing for trip. Is gonna be most of my plan, I think. It's Taskmaster night, so I'll probably watch some Taskmaster. And also, like, mentally preparing for tomorrow, I think. Cause yeah, but I gotta take the car in at, like, 9:30 or something like that. So... yeah... hang on a second. I'm confused. Oh, right, no, this is the road, and then this is where the other pavement is gonna be. Okay, I was confused. I had confused myself. But yeah, I suspect that's gonna be most of my plan. Oh, there you go. You can see the difference. So that one's not textured, and that one is, because this one doesn't have the transparent tile. I actually might do a combination. Maybe I'll only do the central ones under the stone. Yeah. Maybe. That's less that I would have to redo as well. Maybe I'll only do it underneath the central tile, as it were. Yeah, maybe. I might do it that way first and see how it looks. On Taskmaster, did you see Taskmaster New Zealand Series 5 is on YouTube? Ah, no, I did not. I haven't really watched much of Taskmaster New Zealand, but that's good to know. Episode 6 has my favorite task, because I not only figured out the trick before it was revealed in the episode, nice, also figured out where the clue the trick would be before it was revealed. Hell yeah, nice. Well, if I ever get there, I'll keep an eye out for it. Oh, actually, I realized that this road is actually not going to have any central tiles because it's only 2 tiles wide. So this one actually wouldn't have any central tiles, so it would be not worth me. It wouldn't be worth it to do the stone underneath this one if I was only going to do it under the middle, so I will do the stone for now, and then I will change them to be transparent later. Yeah, I'll change them to be transparent later. Not gonna lie, New Zealand and Australian ones just don't hit the same for me. I think part of it is me just being a Greg fanboy in Taskmaster. That's fair, yeah. I mean, I think the original one, like, does definitely, like... I think they all kind of hit different. So that makes sense for you. I get you. Now I'm gonna have to rewatch that episode to remember what you're talking about. Let me put some stone here. There we go. OG is so antagonistic, I love it. And my brain first read that as agnostic, and I was like, I don't know what you mean. But yeah, antagonistic, yeah. For me, New Zealand is the Taskmaster I like best, aside from the UK one. Not seen the Australian one yet, so no comment on that. That makes sense. I get you. Yeah, I think, I've seen a little bit of the New Zealand one. I don't have any, like, particular qualms with it. I just haven't had the time or energy to finish watching it. Because, yeah, I did start one at some point. But, alas. Let me get rid of these little bits of dirt here. Now, if I had a diagonal one, I could kind of put a diagonal here. Should I make little diagonals? Because I've got a lot of right angles. Should I make little diagonals? I mean, it would ruin what I did for the park. I'd have to redo that, but... like, should I make little diagonal ones to kind of go there? Maybe? Maybe. What do we think? Like, for inside the inner corners, basically. So, like, I don't know. Hi, Mathis. Thank you for the quiet hello. Australian one has its moments, but overall it's definitely below New Zealand in quality. That's good to know. Wait, this is too many tiles. This is too many tiles! No! I'm a silly goober. It goes here. Silly me. Because it's only, the road is only 2 tiles wide. Yeah. Cool. And again, none of these are gonna have the texture because I haven't put transparent tiles in them yet, but that's okay. I'll get there. I'll put some down for now. So yeah, I think the plan is to just do like a little chunk. Zoom Series 5 has a contestant called Haley. Hell yeah. Yeah, okay. So, do we want to do some... Let's put some fencing in. That's just one hedge. We don't want that. So it would kind of go, like, along... So that the road kind of came... Is it weird to put pavement there? Because, like I said, it's essentially like a little driveway, so is it weird to have... But I feel like the road would look weird without the pavement. So... I feel like it kind of needs the pavement to make it look like a bit more, you know, complete, as it were. I think, I don't know, I'll do them all with pavements for now, and then we'll see. So this will be a little yard. And I'll move one of the villager houses up here. I'm not exactly sure where to put the... Actually, maybe I should finish doing these so that I can work out where it would be good to put the house. Excuse me, sorry. Are you gonna move everything up on block? Oh yeah, I moved the stuff. Yes, I did. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, I moved these palm trees. This is what I was moving. Because I had spaced these out to be like 4 and 4. So yeah, I was shifting those all up one, but I did shift them. But thank you for reminding me. Those were the only things that needed to move. Well, this palm tree technically will be in the way, but I can just cover it, so yeah. But assuming I've spaced it correctly the first time, that should be correct now. I did it, I think I might have been doing it, like, right when the ad started, or after, I don't remember, but it was, yeah. But yes, I did. Oh, good amount from Nightbot. Let me stretch a little bit. Oh, fix my posture. So yeah, I'm gonna do... Oh, no! Okay, well, no! Silly me. Like I said, the plan is a little chunk of road in like a little L... I mean, it's not exactly an L shape because the road's gonna continue up and then go again. Like a comb, I suppose. Or like an E with too many prongs. But it's gonna come in a little, like a little L shape. And then this will all be the villager yard. And the house, obviously the house will be in there somewhere, but that's the plan. So, I'm gonna do that little section and kind of work out roughly how big we think it should be. I think. Do. I can hear another balloon, but it's fine. Okay. So yeah, I don't know, like just in like this, or maybe a little further. Like if the pavement was then on this, like if the last bit of pavement here was, or stone rather, was the edge, is that maybe not like far enough? I've used those, I've put cracked ones for all those, but that's fine. Like if the, well let me put this bit in actually, because I think we need it to see. And I'll get rid of these palm trees. and put one other piece of fence. Just so that we have a more complete picture of the shape and size of the area. So, yeah, it would be... This is where the other bit of the pavement would be. And this essentially would be the property. So, do we think that this is sticking far enough out? Far enough into the... Do you know what I mean? Or should it come in further? This little chunk. Look, if the house was here. Actually, how many tiles is the house? It's not gonna fit there, will it? Well, I could get rid of the fence. ACNH, villager, house. But I want the exterior size. Exterior size. Because it's gonna tell me the interior. Are they 4x4? I don't know if I believe you. Maybe? Oh, everything seems to say 4x4. Okay. So they would fit here. 1, 2, 3. If I got rid of this fence, they would fit here. Okay, a follow-up question. For these, I think it's like 3 or 4 houses. Yeah. Should they be the same layout in terms of if they all have this like little L-shaped property? Should the house be in the same location within that L shape in all of the houses, or should there be some variation? Do we think? Because I don't think I want it to look like too regular, but I also feel like there's only so many places you could put it that it would make sense. But there's only 4 housing plots, so I don't know. Like, should they all be in the same spot, or should they all be in different spots? Both options could work. Yeah, I think there are definitely pros to both versions, but I don't think I want it to be too regular, especially with the, like, you know, the very, like, right-angledness of the roads. Depends what you want to do with each garden. Yeah, that's true. I haven't decided yet. I had a couple ideas for villager yards, but, like, nothing concrete. So, yeah. I think I'm gonna do them differently. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do them differently, and then, if I don't like it, then I can move some of them. Oops, well that was not what I was trying to do, but it's fine. I'm still gonna use it to, as the boundary, I think. Do I want it directly against the cliff? Probably not. Let me move it in one. Because I'm actually gonna move one of the houses so that it's not in the way anymore. I'm gonna put it, like, here. Yeah. Yeah, that's my plan. Okay, hang on. Let me go do that. Tom Nook, I have a request. That's so much road that I'm gonna have to redo. Oh my god. Let me actually have a look at the map and see whose house is most in the way. Like, who would make the most sense to move? Well, I mean, I gotta move, like, all of them, but... Is that, I was gonna say, that's Deirdre's house. Well, actually, who would it make sense to put there, actually? Maybe we should... Does that make a difference? Maybe? I don't know how much of a difference it makes. I'm gonna move Deirdre there. I think. Maybe? So Pippi's moving off, so that's gonna be Blair. No, yeah, I'm gonna move Deirdre there. I'm gonna move Deirdre. Okay, hang on. Because Deirdre's house is closest to the bridge, and therefore they're all kind of in the way, but it, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna move Deirdre's house. I think. Maybe? Hang on, now I'm just thinking about it. I'm overthinking. Stand by. I overthink a lot. Let me have some water while I'm overthinking. Yeah, I'm gonna put Deirdre there. Okay. It's fine. Oh, okay. Goodness gracious. I was just trying to think through, like, are there particular villagers that it makes sense to put on the higher elevation, like, because of, like, the animal species that they are and stuff like that? But I don't know. There's 4 housing plots there, so, yeah, I don't know. I'm moving Deirdre's house. It's fine. They all gotta move at some point, so I just will start there. The ones on the beach are not as in the way, so they can stay. They don't have to move as much, but that cluster in the, like, bottom left there, I am gonna have houses there, but not where any of the houses currently are, so I need to move them all. Oh my gosh, sorry. Almost got in the way of Bones' zoomies. So, okay. It's gonna go here. Okay. I overthought it for a while. Now, does it make sense for there to be pavement here? I feel like no. But I also feel like the road looks weird without the pavement. So, therefore, I'm not sure. I also don't think it should come out any further than this. Because otherwise there's not going to be room, like, here to move between the 2 sections of garden. Thank you for the GG. Is it weird if there's pavement there? Maybe. Is it weird if there's no pavement? Probably. Probably. Like, if I just had the road, well, then it would just kind of terminate. Lack of pavement might make it more clear it's a driveway. That's probably true. It's because it's the same, like, material as the road. Maybe. Let me put it. But then if the pavement just, like, well, it wouldn't. I guess the pavement. I need to finish a sentence before responding to my own sentence. I was gonna say, is it weird if the pavement just ends, like, here? But I guess it doesn't. It's all in a line, so I guess it doesn't, really. The only other issue is, the way the pathing works when it clips to the things is it's gonna be like that now. Is that because I've done it with transparency? I don't know. You know? Or if I do this way, because I would change these ones as well in theory. Well, I guess that kind of works. There is, like, a transition, like, in this corner, but that kind of works, actually. Okay. Now, that does mean that this one has this, like, other bit down here, but that's fine. That's fine. Also, you can see the slight color difference between the ones that are clipping and the ones that are not, because they go slightly translucent. They sometimes, well, you can see there's, like, a slight color difference now. But that's not an issue. So that's fine. Okay, cool. So this will be Deirdre's yard. I'm gonna change these fences out for, like, you know, probably, like, hedges and some shrubs. other stuff like a normal driveway. That's true. Yeah, that's true. You make a good point. So yeah, we'll have a little bit. Okay. Technically, I could put a little bit here. I don't know that I want to, but I could, in theory. Actually, I have one piece of hedge. Let me maybe use it, like, here. There we go. Just there's not one lone hedge in my inventory. Okay. And then this will be Deirdre's yard. And for some of them, I'll put the house, like, here, I think. And maybe for others, like, also along the back, but maybe more in the middle. I think it's weird to have it, like, further forward and then have space behind it. Because you wouldn't really be able to see anything in that space, so it would essentially just be, like, dead space as part of their lawn, essentially. Dead space in terms of, like, decorating and stuff. I think. So I think I'm mostly going to put them at the back. And then also they work as part of the divider, so I don't have to put, for example, a fence, like, all the way across. So yeah, that kind of works. It does mean that they'll all have a little gap, like, here, but that's okay. Because the road would come out, or technically, I suppose, actually, I could just make the road come here. Maybe? But then, smart, thank you. But if I made the road start one earlier, then they're all gonna be... They're all gonna end up larger than this one, I think. Because this one has this pavement at the bottom. I gotta think about this now. Okay, so hang on. How many times? So 1, 2. And then the road. 1, 2. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then the fence. Flowers between the fence and the driveway. That, oh, in this little bit here. That makes sense. Yeah, or like, yeah, like a little flower bed. What did I say? 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then the fence. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then the fence. But then there's, yeah, okay. Because I could just make it not have a gap. Like if I just, the only reason that there's this is because I was gonna put pavement either side. Like the pavement squares. But if there are no pavement squares, then it doesn't need, it could just start right away, technically. Is that better, maybe? Maybe. I feel like, yes. Which means I have to do math and change all my other ones. Could do it in C. Very true. Yeah, let's do some here. I'm gonna leave my palm trees just so I know where they are, because they're marking where I've done like some things. Even me say because I have to reach. That's true. That's, yeah. Because yeah, there'd be some pavement here. So this would kind of be like this one. Like a little gap in the pavement where the driveway is. That makes sense. That's what happens in the real world. I mean, this one isn't going as far in as this one, but because I've left the palm trees there, but that's okay. So if we did it like that. So it's, but then the issue is, should I just leave them? Because I know these ones are all spaced the same. So if I, you know, if I put the road at the first 2 palm trees of each set, I know those 3 will be the same, and this first one will be different. But the first one is already going to be different because the road, because it's here, because I've got these 2 extra tiles here, so it's already different. So maybe I should just, instead of recounting it all, maybe I'll just like do this for all of them, because then I know where they're going. Is that like significantly more tiles though? So this is 8 total before the fence. 2, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then the fence. Yeah, so 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, so it's 1 less. It's 1 less before the fence. Okay, but that's alright. So it means their yards would be slightly smaller than this first one. But I think that's okay. Yeah. Okay, cool. In which case, I will just do... I'll do this for all of them. Again, I'll probably bring it out a little bit further, but... Actually, should I just do that now? I'll do it now. That's how far this one is. Should they be the same length? Maybe? I feel like in terms of if like the house layout is gonna vary, I also feel like maybe the little drive length should vary. But I'm not sure. Possibly. Okay. Yeah, I guess that would kind of make sense for them to also change a little bit. Oh, I was like, why is this? It's the palm trees are like in the way. Right, it's in line with the, yeah, the bottom 2 of the 4 palm trees is where I've put that one. Okay. Fine, cool. Obviously that pavement square will need to move, but that's fine. Okay. There's a lot of logistics in this, like, especially compared to the Cherry Blossom Island, which was a lot more, like, free form and just kind of, like, whatever works. It's getting dark, also. Should I turn my light on? Nah, it's probably alright. Yeah, there's a lot more, like, planning and counting and stuff going into this one. Like, in terms of the layout and stuff. Lots of, like, even spacing and regular shapes or whatever else, so. But that's alright. That is the price I pay. I think I am gonna make a little diagonal pavement piece as well. Just to help, like, soften those corners. If I go quiet, it's probably because I've fallen asleep. I think that's a good plan for you, Joe, because I'm on board. Oops. Not that you need me to be on board, but, you know. I totally get you, though. I totally get you. So then, in theory, I'm also gonna have some road going off to the right from here. I don't know exactly where. Maybe in line with this, like, if it went to the left for the driveway and to the right, like at the same point. Would that be weird? I'm not sure. But it is gonna go out to the right somewhere from there. Maybe a little further up. We'll see. We'll see. Oh right, and then I was putting a little road here. And I'll probably put something back there. I've been considering putting a little graveyard. I don't know if that's weird. Like, obviously, like, towns and villages have graveyards IRL, and, like, it's not weird. It's just a thing. But I don't know if it'd be weird for me to put one on my little Animal Crossing island. So I was just trying to think of, like, oh, like, what are some little, like, town things that we could put? Yes, have a good night. If and when you fall asleep. Like, what are some little town bits that we could put in? And then I was like, oh, maybe, like, a little graveyard. This one actually would not be driveway, so this one actually... should this come all the way across? Possibly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... No, that's fine. No, we should move this up one, actually. Actually, no, it's okay. Yeah. Would it be weird to do a little graveyard? I'm not sure. I just heard a loud noise. I don't know what that was. What did we get? What did we get? 2 on it. Open presents. Oh, yellow leaf pile. That's actually really useful. I might want that for decorating my island. I've been thinking about this too, and this is completely unrelated, but I've been thinking about the leaf pile items. Because you can get them in a couple different colors in Animal Crossing. They do like, well, they do a green one, but in terms of like autumnal ones, they've got yellow, red, and brown, I think. And I was trying to think, like, should I do... Oops, that was an accident. Should I do different colored ones? Because in theory, I think all of the trees, all of the hardwood trees are gonna be about the same color. I don't think they do... Because they are different colors throughout autumn. Once they start changing, they change gradually throughout the season, but they're never different to each other at the same time, if that makes sense. So you wouldn't ever have yellow and red ones on your island at the same time. So I think I have to pick a color and go for that. Probably, well, I've put orange and green ones on my road pattern, but I was gonna say probably like red, because then this item is the red, but I don't know. But yeah, you can get the leaf pile item in a few colors, and I think I need to just pick a color and use one color rather than using different ones. Because the trees, and I'll also just have to pick a tree color that I want and do the tour during that, because they change a lot throughout the season. So anyway. Oh, love the little Animal Crossing graveyards, especially when you terraform a little hole for a fresh plot. Oh my god. Oh, that would be good for like a little Halloween island, especially. Hee hee. Yeah. I gotta think about some villager yards, but I need to know who's in which plot before I can start decorating them, because I'm gonna try and sort of theme them to the villager, you know. I know I want to do a little yard sale. Oops. I know I want to do a little yard sale. I think it would maybe make sense for Bones to run a yard sale. Maybe like one of the lazy villagers. I think that could be cute. Maybe. Unsure. But potentially. Oops. There we go. But I also gotta work out... Oops. I gotta work out which housing plot it would make sense to put the yard sale at. Oh, that's funny. The way when you're at an angle, the way the light catches the 2 bricks. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. We have anonymous follows, so if you want to make yourself known in chat, introduce yourself, we have a little channel point redeem you can use to let me know that you follow. Or if you want to lurk, remain anonymous, feel free. Totally up to you. But yeah, these 2, like, when you're far, like, the way the light catches them is very, very different. But that's okay. Oh. I need to, at some point, terraform the rest of this out, but as you can see, my flowers are in the way, and I didn't feel like dealing with them all, so I just left them. But that's okay. Okay, well, I was actually not trying to do that, but I was trying to put one here. Is that weird, like, with the pavement, like, one coming, like, further in, like that? Feels a little weird. Also, should we have slightly more broken ones, like, as we get further from the... oh, that's got transparent tiles, and I totally forgot. Oh, well, hydrate. Thank you, Kaysen. Okay, well, this doesn't work because it's still got, transparent in them, so it still clips to the gray, but should we, well, actually, no, that doesn't work at all if I'm doing the things. Marvel Obsessed. At first I read that as Marvello, but it's Marvel Obsessed, I see. Welcome in. Be lurking for a bit. Currently decorating my island. Ooh, hell yeah. I hope your decorating goes well. Have a good lurk. Thank you for letting me know. Broken One could add a touch to it. So I have this one with like a little crack in it. The only issue I realize is that because I'm doing the thing with the stone and I don't want any gaps, that means that there's also stone underneath where the pavement is going. So if I put a broken one on top of it, it's gonna clip to it because it's got a transparent tile. So unfortunately, I can't do that if I'm doing the thing with the stone. Because otherwise it would be like that. Which, yeah, I feel like would have been like... oh, Marvello blessed. Oh, gotcha. My brain gave me Marvello, but then didn't give me something for the second half of the username, so... Yeah. Yeah, I feel like a broken... like, they would be nice, but again, it doesn't work now that I've done this, so... That's a little bit sad, but... Like, I'd have to have no grass underneath it, and then the road would not line up with it. And the little gap where the grass was would bug me. So, unfortunately, I don't think I can do that. I could do it here. But... Oh, no, because there's something there. Let me get rid of the dirt, because that dirt doesn't need to be there. I could put a little broken one, like, here or something. It is actually marble obsessed. Yeah. I worked it out, but I will stretch and posture check. Thank you, Mathis. Yeah, I worked out that it was Marvel obsessed, but I at first read it as Marvello something. So yeah. I mean, that's not like that broken. I have got like more broken ones than that, but. Maybe. Because, yeah, I made the extra broken ones to go, like, over here. On the path up to the little garbage tip. So, yeah. I suppose I could change it so that it still looked quite broken, but didn't have a transparent tile. And then I could use it a bit more. Potentially. Maybe. I don't know. Oh yeah. Alright. Continue with the stone. I figured that today was probably going to be mostly path and stuff, but that's okay. Let's do this one. It's good to get back to decorating after so long, though. And I promise we'll be doing, like, I was gonna say, I promise we'll be doing more of an actual build next week, but I'm actually not here next week because I'm away, so. But the week after that, we'll be doing, like, an actual build. I've collected a lot of the items for the Harvest Festival kind of thing that I'm gonna do, so I might, like, start that next time. And then we can sort of assess, like, if I want to get more items for it, potentially, but... No! Yeah, we can see. Because I'm not exactly sure what I want to do, like, layout-wise and how, like, cramped I want it to be, essentially. So... Yeah. We'll start that, but I've got a few, you know, like the plaza furniture that's the different, like, fair rides and stuff. Some little, like, carnival booths, stuff like that. And I think it would be good to maybe work on that so that we've got, like, an actual, like, build. So that I feel a little bit more complete, because so far the only, like, build... Oh my goodness, you scared me. Hi. I didn't realize he was in here until he shook and made noise. The only, like, build that I've done, build with a capital B, is the garbage tip over there. Really. Obviously, I've started decorating around the plaza and, like, the roads and stuff, and we did the little bit in front of the museum, but that's not... That's only a small bit, so... Yeah. That's the plan, I reckon. How does that plan sound to you, bud? Yeah? What do you reckon, He's just standing. I don't know if you can see him. I think he's, like, just off camera, but he's, like, just here. He's just standing. Oh, there you go. Okay. You want to be let back out? I gotta let him back out. I gotta train you to open this door, baby. There you go. Boy. His tail was on screen. Oh, there we go. There we go. It's hard to tell because there's a lot of beige back there. Oh, he's back again. Hi. Were you expecting me to come with you? I'm in the middle of something. I'm in the middle of stream right now. Okay, he's back to looking out the window. That's fine. So yeah, I think I want to do some, like, collect some ideas on, villager yards as well. Because like I said, I've got a couple ideas, obviously the yard sale, and a couple other potentials. But yeah, I think I might collect, like, I might look on, like, Pinterest and stuff and collect some inspiration. And, like, start accruing items for that, I reckon. How are we doing? Okay, cool. Tell you what. I need to take a BRB again. We've got an ad coming up, so I'm just gonna run the ad slightly early. So we will take a quick BRB, which is a good opportunity for y'all to grab a break if you need one. Refill your waters, grab a snack, have a stretch, give your eyes a break from your devices if you've been at your screens for a long time, all that good stuff. And then we will continue with this in just a moment. Cool. All right, BRB. Hello. I'm back. Sitting on my sweater. Here we go. How are y'all doing? Did we all take a little break? I hope so. Welcome back, Jakai. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm, I don't know. I was thinking about, like, what we might work on, because, yeah, I'm not sure. Unsure. And I was also thinking about, different, yard ideas. Other than, like, some sort of generic, like, you know, plants and seeding, like, sort of, which you know, there's nothing wrong with that, and I might do that for, like, most of the yards, but I think since there's 10 villagers plus me. Darby, thank you so much for the raid, friend. Welcome in. Thank you for getting those shout outs. I appreciate that. How was your stream? What were you up to? Thank you so much for trusting me with your community. Welcome. If anyone's new here, it's nice to meet you. My name is Haley. My pronouns are she, her. I am a variety streamer. I stream cozy games, co-working, arts and crafts, sometimes less cozy games, all sorts of different stuff. Today we're doing some Animal Crossing decorating. Well, I say decorating, is mostly paths and stuff, but thank you so much for that follow, so I appreciate that. Welcome in. I have anonymous follow alerts. Thank you for the hydrate techno. Hope you're doing well. I have anonymous follow alerts, so if you would like to make yourself known, I've got a channel point redeem you can use. Or if you want to, I'm back from BRB. What do you mean? I'm confused. Yeah, if you want to remain anonymous, feel free, lurk away. We're very lurk friendly. If you want to make yourself known, I've got a channel point redeem you can use. If anybody needs to raid and run, particularly Darby, if you got to get your post-stream self-care, then no worries at all. I totally get that. I totally get you. Just started Hellblade 2 Senua's Saga. Oh, okay. Nice, okay. Are you enjoying it? It was good, but I got eye strain at the end, so I had to end it. Looking forward to the story, though. That's fair. I feel that, yeah. I totally get you. Absolutely taking care of your eyes is super important. I didn't take care of my eyes, and now I need glasses to see distances. So, oops. But that's okay. But yeah, thank you so much for trusting me with your community, bringing your peeps over. I really appreciate that. Just sharing it to Marie for some extra minutes. Yeah, sometimes Twitch gets a bit stuck. I gotta welcome in all the raiders. Lania? Did I say that right? I'm sure that I've asked you before, but let me know how to pronounce it. But welcome in. Harold coming in with the raid. Hello. Keza, hello. Darby, of course, coming in. Lanny is fine. Is it Lanny or is it Laney? But thank you for letting me know. It's really nice to meet you. Hopefully I can catch you again sometime. Bye, awesome people. Thank you for coming along with the raid. You have a wonderful rest of your day, rest of your week, rest of your weekend, etc. And yeah, thank you so much. Hi, Ash. Welcome in. I'm new. Welcome in. How are you doing, friend? Good to see you. They have a distorted visual effect. I need to see if I can change it. Oh, yeah. See, yeah, definitely worth seeing if that's an option. Yeah, that's so rough when they've, like, got something on them that is then, like, makes it harder to look at. Yeah, I get you. I get you for sure. So yeah, I've just been, working on this, fall Animal Crossing island. It's gonna be, like, a little fall town, is the plan. Brick roads and, like, little cozy builds and stuff, is the idea. So yeah, we've just been, we were working on a little section outside the museum, with like a little sort of outdoor cafe, and then we've just been doing some roads up here basically, but sort of planning, like some yard layouts, as it were. So yeah, if you're not familiar with Animal Crossing and you have any questions, by the way, please feel free to ask. Yeah, ask away. So yeah, that's what we're up to today. I'll be raiding and running, enjoy the coziness. I abandoned my villagers and I feel bad. Listen, that just means you're living your life doing other things, and I'm sure that they would all love that for you. You know? I'm doing okay, Ash. I've had a lot of stresses, particularly in the last couple days with like some car stuff that needs doing and stuff like that, but I'm doing alright. I'm hanging in there, managing. But yeah, I'm doing okay. I hope you're doing well. Yeah. I think, plus I'm going away soon as well, so that's good. Oops, that was an accident. Yeah, I'm going away on Saturday. So yeah. So for those who didn't know, I won't be... I'm streaming tomorrow, but after tomorrow, I won't be streaming for... I should just dig these tree trunks up rather than going around them, because they're not staying. After tomorrow, I won't be streaming for a little over a week, because I'll be on holiday. I won't really be around the internet much at all while I'm away. We're sort of taking time to chill and rest and stuff, so yeah, I won't be super active on the internet during that time. Including no streams, so, yeah. Really good, but it's been busy and hectic. That's fair, Ash. Well, I'm glad you're at least doing good. I'm glad you're good, because, yeah, it's especially tough to be struggling, like, during busy times, and then you, like, can't take a break or anything. Going for real, hope you have a fun stream. Thank you for hanging out, Mathis. Take care. But, yeah, it's, I hope that the busy times are not, like, weighing you down too much or anything like that. Hopefully you're sort of getting rest in where you can. And yeah, hopefully things kind of ease up for you soon. So yeah, no streams next week. But that's alright. I'll be back the week after that. And during my time away, I'm gonna, very much chill and rest, and hopefully come back rejuvenated and ready. October's a really busy month for me, in terms of, like, projects and stuff like that, with streaming going on, particularly. October's gonna be a really busy time, so I'm hoping that I can take this week to just, like, really chill. Like, force myself to rest, basically. So, yeah, that's the plan. We're bringing some board games. I'll probably bring some, like, painting stuff. So we can do, like, a bit of painting. But it's gonna be very low-key vibes. And we'll do, like, you know, we'll do some dog walks and some check-out. We're going to Devon, so we're gonna check out, like, some seaside. We'll take Joey to the beach. He's never really been to the beach before. We've been to a nature reserve with him with, like, a little beach section, but he hasn't, like, really been to the beach before, so. Should be good. I think. It'll be exciting. We had to get some wellies for that, but we've got them now. Oops, that was not actually what I was trying to do. I was actually trying to put 2, so I'll put them here. I'm off. Night, night. We'll have you tabbed, Darby. Thank you so much for the raid and for the lurk. I really appreciate it. I hope that you sleep well, friend, and I hope that whatever's on your plate over the weekend can be like super chill and nice for you. And yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Get some good sleeps. Oh, that was not actually what I was trying to select. Silly me. Ooh. But yeah, really looking forward to rest. Not that I won't miss streaming, because I like streaming. I like hanging out with y'all. But it'll be good to have a bit of time that's just, you know, dedicated resting. Because I really struggle with downtime to not be focused on tasks. So, yeah. Oh, I see where you were saying I came in with raid. Yeah, you're listed as a raider. Oh, when you got... Well, yeah, when I was shouted out, you went to check on and just got... Oh, got you. Yeah, that... I guess that... Yeah, that was enough to make Twitch think you came along with the raid. Yes, you were listed as a raider. That was why I did that. Make up for a Halloween content and reaction video of a past video. Ooh, nice. Heck yeah. I hope you enjoy. Yeah. Sorry, I'm thinking about holiday. We need to do some packing today. That's one of the things that I'm gonna do, like, after stream. Thankfully we made a big pot of bolognese yesterday, so we don't have to, like, cook dinner tonight or tomorrow. We have to cook pasta, but that doesn't take that much time. So, yeah, we have plenty of time for, tasks. So we gotta pack up. We haven't packed anything yet, so, you know, everything is still on the list, because we haven't started, but, we have to, we have to, remember, like, all the dog stuff, all of our clothes and toiletries, all the, like, any sort of, like, foods that we're gonna want to bring, like foods and snacks and stuff. So, yeah. Stream has been helping me. I finally rigid my island's flag. Ooh, heck yeah. Nice. Nice. For the last island that I did, I didn't bother doing a flag, like... And for my main island, my flag was undone for a really long time, because I didn't know what to do with it. I was like, what do people do for their flags? So, but heck yeah. I'm glad you were able to tackle that. We love to see it. We love to see it. Yeah, I saw the shout out come through, and I was like, in my head, I was like, oh, okay, I think Darby's normally streaming around this time too. It might be for that. So, yeah. But I appreciate you going to check it out. I'm doing skinnier roads up here also, because it's not, like, as much of a main, like, throughway, if that makes sense. The roads down in this bit are chunkier. Here, I'll show y'all, some bits that are a bit more... Oh, hi! Hi! Do you want to go have a little catch-up at your place? Well, I'm kind of in the middle of stuff right now. I'm kind of in the middle of stuff right now. But maybe another time, yeah. So yeah, so here's what we've got right now. I haven't really done much decorating other than, like, the roads. So, but yeah, a lot of brick roads, and pavement, you know? It reminds me of a pound puppy. Like, as in a dog from the pound? Or is that, what's a pound puppy? But yeah, so these roads are chunkier. They're more main roads, than the other ones. Yeah, what's a pound puppy? I'm not sure. Oh, hang on. Oh no, that does have the stuff under it. A stuffed animal from the 80s. Oh, got you. Okay. It wasn't familiar. Thank you for letting me know. As in a puppy from a dog pouch. That was what I thought as well, Harold, but no. It was a cartoon. Oh, so it was a cartoon and it was a stuffed animal and a cartoon. Presumably one was based on the other. Got you. Yeah, I never heard of that either. But I also was not around in the 80s, so that makes sense. Oh. There's a golden book, too. Okay. You had them when you were little. Cool, okay. Well, that's fair. That makes sense. Yeah, I was not around in the 80s. So that's probably partly, at least, why I hadn't heard of them. But good to know, good to know. Let me look it up real quick. I want to see. Hound puppies. Oh, I can see it. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I see where you're coming from. Still have mine, actually. And a lunchbox! A Pound Puppy's lunchbox? I love that. Oh, and especially compared to the cartoon? Yeah. I see, because of the eyes. I think it's the eyes. I get you. Yeah. I get where you're coming from, for sure. Do-do-do-do-do. Cool. So yeah, the plan is that each of these little sort of bits where the road sticks out are like a little driveway for different villager yards. Let's put the fencing down actually to act as our barrier. So yeah, it'll be like here. Hi Bopo, thank you for being here. Welcome in. How you doing? Hope you're having a good Thursday so far. We don't need to do it all the way to the end. That's fine. So yeah, so then this will be another little one. Hey Legends, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. This will be another little yard. I think this one is like quite a bit bigger, but that's okay. To be fair, I could change where this cliff is if I wanted to. But yeah. Legends, thank you for being here as well. Parafels would like a noun. Parafels, your noun is cornucopia. Cornucopia is your noun. I'm working, so I'm lurky, but it's good to see you. It's good to see you as well, Bopo. I hope you have a good work lurk, and thank you so much for popping in. Always lovely to see you. I'm sad I'm gonna miss your Untitled Goose Game, but that's okay. I'll watch the VOD. I'll watch the VOD. Okay, these weeds are in the way. This is so sad. Sad times, but that's okay. That's alright. I'm excited for more bolognese today, actually. I feel as though I haven't had enough food so far today, so I think, like, a nice hearty bolognese, that'll really do the trick. I reckon. And then I'll gather some stuff. We gotta decide what board games we're taking with us. Because we got a lot. And we're not gonna bring them all. Imagine if we just brought our entire board game collection. Which, for the record, is like 4 Kallax cubes worth. It's not a huge collection, but it's, you know, especially compared to, like, some people's. But it's more than we could bring, more than we would bring on a trip, certainly, so. Yay, board games! Yes, we gotta decide, like, which ones are we likely to play, and also which ones are not gonna be like, hey, Ian, our god, welcome in. Which ones are not gonna be too, like, big? Because both in terms of table space, because the table at the rental place is not huge, and also just in terms of, like, a big box is more to bring, obviously, so yeah. We'll need to decide, but yeah. I have 3 in my backpack right now. Ooh, hell yeah, Legends. Are you on your way to or from a board game gathering, or are they just in there from a different time? Collective chums, good afternoon. Good afternoon to you as well. Come to the conclusion after witnessing a massive over-exaggeration of a situation almost supposed to be a political debate group, which has turned quite nasty. I'm done with that group. That's fair, Ian. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I feel like It's tough. Sometimes people get real heated. I brought 3 games on my last trip and only played one of them, but went home with a lot. That's fair. That's fair. Favorite board game? Ooh. That's a really tough question. I don't know because, like, it kind of depends on the mood that I'm in. Like, sometimes I'm feeling like a nice, short, easy game. Local MP happened to go to an amateur drama production of Cats. Is that bad? I don't understand. I don't understand. Yeah, favorite board, I don't know, because yeah, sometimes you're in the mood for just like a little quick short one. Other times, yeah, I don't know. I'm really bad at picking favorites as well. Because I'm so indecisive. It's really hard for me to have like one favorite thing. So I don't know what I would say my favorite was, but on Tuesday and Thursday I play board games after work, so I carry my backpack. That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. Is that weird with that chunk missing? Maybe. Yeah. I decided that it was. Last board game I played was not digitally, because I think I played digital ones more recently than I've played in-person ones. The last tabletop game that I played was Point City. Point City was the last in-person board game that I played. We had Jack's siblings over recently for a board game night, and that we played several games, but that was the last one that we played. And then I also have async games of Azul and Wingspan going. So technically one of those is the last one that I played because those games are ongoing. But yeah. You know Point City. Yeah, it's Flat Out Games. It's Flat Out. I've got quite a few Flat Out games. I really like them. I really like Point City, actually. I do recommend it. For those who haven't heard of it, but are familiar with board game terms, it's I think you technically call it an engine builder, but you basically there are resource cards and building cards, and you need resources to build buildings. But you essentially you draft cards from a central market and place them in a tableau that is your city, and you're trying to score the most points, essentially. So yeah, I really recommend Point City. It is based on Point Salad, which is also from Flat Out Games, which I haven't played, but I know a lot of people recommend Point Salad. You've played Point Salad, but bought Point City. Got you. Yeah, I really like Point City. I haven't played Point Salad, like I said, so I can't compare the two. But I do like Point City. So. Modern board games are so good. There are. As someone who has played, like, a few classic board games and a lot of modern board games, I would say, like, there are, like, a lot of really good ones. Yeah. I think so. What are y'all's favorite tabletop games? It doesn't have technically... I say board games and tabletop games interchangeably. I know that technically a board game is supposed to have a board, and some of them, like Point City, do not have a board, and therefore are not board games. But I use board games and tabletop games interchangeably. So when I say what's your favorite board game, I mean tabletop game. So, yeah. MB's post was shared with the caption, bet she didn't pay for that ticket. I explained the position of someone involved in Amdram that groups send out comp tickets to other groups and local level politicians have numbers all the time. Apparently it's a bad thing, doesn't particularly politicians to pay. I mean, like, in the wake of everything, like, coming out about politicians accepting bribes, like, I get what they're saying, but also, like, in this specific context, like, yeah. Love both Clue and Game of Life. Nice. I've never actually played either Clue or Game of Life. I know that those are, like, classic ones. 2 two current favorite games are Far Away and Invincible, the hero building game. Oh, okay, cool. Is that Invincible like the TV show? Is that the same IP? Cards Against Humanity is my favorite game, especially with large group of people. That's fair. Not necessarily the most fun one, but the game we keep coming back to with the family is Rummy Cub. Rummy Cub is good. We used to play a lot of Rummy Cub with my housemates in university, partly because it was like one of the only games that we had. So if we wanted to play a game, like, that was one of the only options, but Rummy Cub is good. I like Rummy Cub. For those who don't know what Rummy Cub is, it's a tile version of the card game Rummy, essentially. With some variations, I think, but yeah. But yeah, I know there is a lot of stuff being talked about certain politicians and certain bribes. So, Invincible, the hero building game, is based on the cartoon, but the cartoon is based on the comic. I did not know that the cartoon was based on the comic because I'm not super tuned into a lot of comic knowledge. But that's good to know. Good to know. Remember Guess Who? I have Guess Who. Well, okay, no, I don't have name brand Guess Who. I have, knockoff Guess Who that, well, I have two of them. One of them came in I want to say it came in a McDonald's Happy Meal, like, years ago. Like, it's a really small, cheap one. And then I think the other one I bought for cheap from, like, Poundland or something. No, that doesn't sound right. But, yeah. We used to play, because Guess Who, you know, at its core, is a very, like, straightforward yes or no game. And so we used to play a modified version where you could not ask any questions that directly pertained to their physical appearance. You could not ask hair color, you could not ask skin color, you could not ask if they had glasses or if they were wearing a hat. You had to go based on your assumptions of the person. So, like, you know, would this person offer to help you move house or something? Or would this person, like, how is this person likely to get into a bar fight? Stuff like that. And, like, you would sometimes disagree and therefore accidentally eliminate the correct answer and stuff. But yeah, if any of you have access to Guess Who, or a version of Guess Who that's not called Guess Who, I recommend trying it that way one time. And, you know, it's something. Also, hi Shrike, welcome in. Just popped in to say hi. How's the off-stream Bones hunt going? Shrike, I gave up on the hunt. I've got Bones, but I did not find him. I rigged the system a little bit, but because I gave up villager hunting. I found Fauna in my last villager hunt off-stream, and then I gave up. So, Bones is on my island, but I did not find him on a thing, so, you know. I gave up. I was like, I'm just gonna pick villagers for the last couple and just do it, like, using amiibos. So, yeah. But yeah, sounds wild, re-Guess Who. It's definitely a way of playing the game. Let me catch up with chat. I missed a lot of stuff while I was telling y'all about my modified Guess Who. It's to make whom? To be honest, I should have started and ended with, get a life, it's a comp ticket to a local theater. Yeah. Good day, sir. Yeah. I'm glad it's off your chest, though. Yeah, some people are silly. Invincible is a bag building game and cooperative. Ooh, nice. I like a co-op game. Hell yeah, cool. I'll have to look into it one time. Not the Poundland. Yeah, especially in my first few years of uni, I love Poundland. I would frequent Poundland a lot. One point we cut up a yearbook and put classmates' pictures in them. Oh, that's good, Jakai, because then you can kind of pull from, like, actual questions about them instead of just going based on appearance. So, I get you. But Shrike, I hope that you're doing well. It's lovely to see you. Favorite board game, Cluedo. Favorite tabletop, either Bananagrams or Triominos. Is that like Dominoes but Trio? I'm not familiar with that one, but fair enough. At least it's on the island, yeah. We need to play Guess Who with face of Twitch streamers. Would this person play Animal Crossing? Yeah, you could do that. But yeah, it's, yeah, you had to kind of play, like, based on, I mean, you were like I'm very much like generalizing about the person, like purely based on like their expression. So yeah. You could like kind of like, yeah, I don't know, but it was interesting. So yeah, fun fact. So yeah, we've got like I think the one from the Happy Meal is it Hasbro who does Guess Who? I think it is Guess Who, the official one, but it's like a little cheap, shitty one because it came in a Happy Meal. And then the one that's larger is not Guess Who. I think it's called Who Is It? Which, like, I get that there's only so many variations of Guess Who you can come up with as a name that, like, don't sound very lame. But I think the knockoff Guess Who is called Who Is It? Which is... It's something. But yeah. It's something. Do, do, do. Oh, heading off now. Have fun. Take care, y'all. Shrike, thank you so much for popping in. Lovely to see you. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, rest of your weekend. Next week, rest of your week, because I won't be here. In a way, it's kind of an intro to Battleship with the elimination process. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Harold would like a noun. Well, now, Harold, your noun is Destroyer, because that's what's in my head, because someone just mentioned Battleship. So, there you go. Top 5 board games. Cluedo, the London Underground board game, Game of Britain, Ludo, and Mousetrap. I've not heard of the London Underground board game or Game of Britain, but I am intrigued. Yeah, I guess I could come up with, like, because I said I really struggle with coming up with favorites, but I could come up with, like, a list of favorites. Well, so last year for the game of the year, my tabletop game of the year was Railroad Inc. Challenge. So that's definitely up there for me. Thanks, Harold. Gotta run. I hope you have a good stream. Very restful holiday. Ash, thank you so much for popping in. Lovely to see you as always. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and next week as well. And yeah, thank you for hanging out. Yeah, Railroading Challenge is definitely up there for me as a favorite. I really like Wingspan. I play a lot of Wingspan. I like Cascadia, but it does take up a lot of space on the table, but that's okay. But I like Cascadia for sure. Those are some of my favorites. I like Flamecraft, although I haven't played a whole lot of Flamecraft. But I like the theming and the vibe of Flamecraft. So yeah. Oh, you've got the London Underground board game. You got it when you went to London. I mean, that makes sense. I feel like if you're gonna get a London souvenir, as someone who plays a lot of board games, then that certainly makes sense as one to get. I put this corner in here also because my plan was to have the road do that. I think that's what I did in my draft one as well. Yeah, it just kind of goes up. So I'll do that for now. I gotta work out like what I'm gonna put back here. Again, I was considering maybe doing like a little graveyard, maybe. Could work like back here potentially, or I don't know. I gotta work it out. But I've got some villager plots now, which is good actually because it gives me something to work on off stream as well. I can take some time chipping away at moving the villager plots, because you can only move one a day. So I can like move one, like wait a day, move one, it's like, you know, it's something for me to be progressing with essentially. So that's good. Also, I just realized that I wasn't gonna put pavement on that side just here because I wasn't sure where the other road was gonna go. Like I said, I was gonna do a road off to the right, but I don't know if I want it in line with this driveway. I might like it further up. Maybe I'll put it halfway between these two bits. That Yeah, actually, let's do that. Hang on, let me count how many... Let me count how many that is. Oh my gosh. One board game I could happily do without is Monopoly. It caused far too much conflict for me. Yeah, I feel like that's a very, like, popular opinion. I've never... I don't know if I've ever really played a full game of Monopoly. Maybe, like, a handful of times. But, yeah, we never really had it growing up. We had other games. So, yeah. I have the Only Fools and Horses board game, which I've yet to play. Oh, interesting. Okay. What kind of, like, gameplay is it? Do you know? Excuse me. My last trip, I came back to my hotel and 3 ladies were playing Monopoly. I asked them if I could teach them a board game. I had 2 game nights with them. Oh, that's so lovely, Legends. I love that. Hell yeah. Okay, so hang on. How many? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so if we were to put a road halfway between the 2 of these... but would we want it halfway? Whoa, no, we'd want it line... because this one doesn't have pavement, so if it had pavement, then it would go here, but then it would be an uneven number of things, so it would only be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Heckers. Well, okay, that's fine. We'll just do the midpoint then, because I can't... Oh, actually, can I do the midpoint? Hang on, I gotta do some counting. I need my palm tree back for counting. Monopoly is a messed up game. Not to mention it takes forever. Yeah, it's very long for sure. Okay, so if we were to do them halfway between these 2 bits, so this would be the start point, and this would be the start point. If we were to do them like halfway between the 2 roads to the left, then we did one to the right. So let's count. So that's 3, and that's 3, and then that's the middle. So that is still an uneven number, which doesn't work because my roads are 2 tiles wide. Technically 4 tiles wide with the pavement either side, but it's an even number, so that doesn't work. Okay, well, so I'll just have to go halfway between the things then. Yeah. Okay. So... Is that right? Yeah, okay. So then this is gonna be... Well, I need to put the stone underneath it first. Then this is gonna be the road. Do you remember playing the Pretty Pretty Princess game growing up? No, I haven't heard of that one, I don't think. We have a few board games that we would play, or like other tabletop games, but like not like too many different ones. We were quite like a big, because I have a few older siblings, so when it was all of us, we were like quite a big group. A lot of games only go up to like 4 players. I say a lot, you know, a sizable number of games only go up to like 4 players. Hi, baby. Hi, how you doing? How you doing, Mr. Man? You looking for your food, I bet. Huh. You're like, it's 5:30, it's food time. Yeah. Why don't you go ask your dad? Because I'm just doing stream right now. Yeah, I'm just doing my stream. Oh, good stretch. Good stretch, mister. Okay, I'm gonna let him out and suggest that he go ask Jim. So I can finish up. Here, go to Jim. Go to Jim. There you go. It's like the time he'd normally have his dinner, to be fair, so. I don't remember what I was saying now, but it's fine. Oh, right, board games growing up. Yeah. So yeah, we would, we played, like, we had, like, Apples to Apples, and... Oh, I will hydrate. Thank you, Jukai. We had Apples to Apples. We would play Sequence sometimes. I know my dad really likes Sequence. We do a lot of card games. We did a lot of Newmarket, actually. But not, like, actual betting. We just had, like, a bag of spare change that got used as currency for that and then went, like, back into the bag. I like Sequence. We have a dog version! Is there a dog version of Sequence? I love that. Oh, that's so cool. I love that. Hell yeah. Oops, no! No! Ugh, I messed up. Game of Britain and the London Underground game have similar premises. Everyone starts at a base station. You have 5 location cards you have to visit, exchange lines, you have to roll 6s. Action cards where you can yeet yourself or yeet others, other players to far-flung areas of the map. Okay, cool. Got you. Nice. Games in my backpack are Tranquility, Infiltrators, and Lucky Numbers. 2 of them play up to 5 players. Okay, nice. Then to finish, you have to get back to your home station. Got you. Gotcha. Yeah, we, is that, sorry, I was going back to thinking about games that we used to play. But yeah, Apples to Apples was my favorite growing up. It was my favorite one. Which, if you're not familiar with it, it's basically, I think it was sort of like one of the games that was like the blueprint for Cards Against Humanity and games like that, but it wasn't, like, inappropriate at all. It's basically, there are noun cards and adjective cards, which I know, don't, it's not like a school game, don't worry. There are description cards and there are object cards, basically. And the base game version was, whoever was judging that round would, you know, draw an adjective card, and it would give you some synonyms as well. So, you know, like, popular, well-loved, I don't know any other synonyms of popular, but it would give you it would give you a description, it would give you some adjectives, give you some synonyms. And then you had a bunch of object cards in your hand, and you had to anonymously submit one. Everyone would submit one. And then they would pick whichever one they felt fit the best, or was the funniest, or whatever criteria they wanted to use. But that was Apples to Apples. I love Apples to Apples. Oops, no! There we go. My family plays a lot of cards. They tend to get stuck on one game for years, then move on to another one. That's fair, that's fair. Have you ever played... Oh no, I can't remember the name. Is it called Kazoo? No, it's not called Kazoo. Is it called Kazoo? No. Maybe? I can't remember the name. I can't remember the name, which is not helpful for me asking about it. Is it called Kazoo? No. I can't remember. No! I was gonna give you a suggestion of a card game to add to your repertoire, but I can't remember for the life of me what it's called. Damn it! Also, if you have lots of packs of cards, Racing Demons is a good one. That is the name of it. I know that one. My favorite small card game this year is Far Away. It's only 8 turns, but a lot of cool combos and drafting. Oh, hell yeah. Nice. Good reminder from Nightbot also to make sure you're taking care of yourselves. I'll have a little more water. Thanks, Nightbot, bestie. Spoons is a card game. Very true, very true. A classic. I remember being taught by my grandma how to play Polish poker, and I remember thinking that I really liked it, and I could not tell you how to play it now. I have no concept of how the game goes. But I remember learning. There's a game, Cabo. No, that's not... Well, unless it's a different name for the same game, but no, that's not the one I'm thinking of. I could just ask. Hang on, I'm just gonna shout to Jack and ask. Hey, Jack? What's the name of the card game that's... It's not Kazoo, but it's like the one... where you gotta remember your 4 and get the low score. My brain just keeps giving me Kahoot, which is awful. Okay, you can just put it in chat. Thanks. Jack also can't remember. Yeah, my brain just keeps giving me Kahoot, which is not the name of the card game. Oh, if you're an even number of people, Kent is a good one. Well, I learned it as Kent, and then I spoke to my siblings about it and found, because I learned it at summer camp, and I found out that they called it Kips and Cuts. So you might know it under either of those names, but that's a good one. That's a co-op one. You do it in pairs. Very good. Highly recommend. We really like spoons because my dad is a sore loser. That's fair. As good a reason as any. Every year I play a ton of new board games to me. Last year I played 118 new to me board games. This year I'm currently at 90. Every year in January I do a top 12 new to me for this year. I love that. A card where the lowest value wins. Well, so well, you have a few cards. Yeah, basically what the game is, I should just describe the game and then if someone knows it, the name of it. You have 4 cards face down in front of you. Oh, it's called what? Cabo? That's not the name that we knew it by. What? Kaboo? It wasn't called Kaboo. Did we call it Kaboo? Did we call it Kaboo? Well, C-A-B-O I don't think would be pronounced Kaboo. Oh, hi, Kaboo? Can you call it Kaboo? 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 With 2 O's? The Cabo game. Kaboo. We called it Kaboo. Oh, that is the game. Okay. Well, I think we called it Kaboo. But yeah, it's called Kaboo. I think. Anyway, that's an enjoyable one. It is memory-based. Like, you gotta remember stuff. Yeah, that's a good one. I recommend checking that one out. I was taught it used with a regular deck, never saw the name written down. Yeah. We were taught it as a card game, whereas I think it also can be played with a dedicated Kaboo deck. But yeah. My dad gags when he sees Shin, so one year for Christmas we got him a spoons game, but instead of spoons we got a bunch of cheap Barbies. Cut the legs! I gave him the new improved version called Shins! Oh my gosh, Jakai. It was so mad, but it was so fun. Oh my gosh. Oh, diabolical. We'll love to see it. Whoever taught me pronounced it that way. Yeah. We learned it from Imi, I think, right? I think. One of our housemates. I think she taught it to us. Or did we just play it with her and I'm getting it mixed up? Hi! Are you booping me? Are you booping me? Okay, you're sitting on the floor. Okay. That sounds like a good plan. But yeah, what are some other good card games that y'all, what are some other good card games? Yeah, Racing Demons is good, but you need a lot of decks of cards for that. We played a lot of Newmarket, growing up. Which is technically a gambling game, but if you have, like, chips or coins that you can use where people, like, not do a buy-in and you just distribute an even number of tokens amongst everyone, you obviously don't, you know, there doesn't need to be any actual gambling involved. So, yeah. But Newmarket is good. Like I said, I remember being taught a game called Polish Poker, and I remember really enjoying it, but I couldn't tell you how to play it, so I don't know. But that's fine, it's cool. One of my favorite card games is Archaeology: The New Expedition, which is a push your luck and set collection card game. That sounds really cool. Nice. And presumably it's, you know, themed, sort of like a dig site themed. Hell yeah. Yeah, we've been playing Deep Dive a bit recently, which is another Flat Out Games one. But it's, that's also like a push your luck, I guess, sort of set collection, less so, but kind of. But yeah. Alright, gang, we made some great progress today. I've been streaming for almost 5 hours. That's a long time. We made some great progress today. We started setting up that bit outside the museum. We've done a lot of roads. We're in a good position to, like, really dive into the, like, decorating and stuff. So that's good, because I am concerned about finishing the island on time. So, yeah, I feel we're in a good position now, so that's good.